And hello everybody, it's I, the Roguescaper, joined today with a special guest. We have Owlman from the Owl's Nest Heroscape on YouTube, a fellow content creator, here to chat and keep me focused as I am painting Storm Shadow, which is just a bunch of white to paint. So I need some distraction from the the toughness of it all. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm really glad to be here, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Fun little chat here.
So tell everyone listening about yourself while I get some layers painted on this. We are starting with a very light gray, and just kind of thinly getting a little bit of off white on this.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the final product there. But yeah. So no, I started my channel end of January, like January 21st or 22nd, something like that. I just like, you know what, I'm gonna dip my foot in the pool here. I'm gonna start my own channel, see how it goes. And yeah, I've been pumping out a lot of videos. And we were talking earlier before that we went live, and I was like, yeah, my goal is trying to pump out one video per day, although that might slow down here in the next few weeks. We'll see, because I don't know, I guess I just consider myself more the wild card of like content creators. I'm trying to do like a little bit of everything, you know. I post some games, I've done some voiceovers, done some, reviews, blah blah blah. It's just fun. I really enjoy making content for everybody, and yeah, I love to see the channel grow. So
yeah, it's exciting. You're a little over 100 right now, right?
Yeah, I'm at 125 approximately. So yeah, okay. I'm averaging like one subscriber every couple days or so, So yeah, slowly but surely.
Well, that's good. Yeah, the first 100 is the toughest crawl, I'd say. Then the first 500, I think, is the next. Like, it's tough getting there.
Okay, yeah.
And welcome everyone to chat. Let's see here. Custom Scaper, I didn't. It seems like USPS is having troubles. I'll have to contact them because it got to Kansas City but never got to my house. So I'll have to see what's going on with that. A collab, nice to see you. Of course, yeah. We got to have, no one wants to hear me talk, so we gotta have Owlman here. Keep me focused. Vidov says might give him a light gray wash and just paint the whites back up. That's pretty much what we're doing today. We're just kind of darkening the whites just a bit, and it's pretty much you darken the whites, bring up the whites, then bright up the whites after you bring up the whites. It's like that one pasta meme.
Yeah, I think I might just gas myself out. I see the comment there. Yeah, I just might do that. I got to be careful. But yeah, no, it's fun. So actually, I was gonna ask a Roguescaper too. You there? I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah, because watching the live, I think your lips are moving either before or after the words came out.
Yeah,
so
we might have a little audio desync. I had to rewire a mic to my main. I had to do some rewiring, so there's probably going to be a little bit of audio desync.
Okay.
I apologize about that.
Yeah. No worries. But hey, I told you I was going to ask you some questions. Like, hey, how did you first get into Heroscape? Like, were you just a kid when you were a kid when it came out? And like, how was your first game go? Like, how did you like get into the game?
Yeah, so I've been in this fight since I was 9 years old. No, it's I was as a young kid. There were some people at my church that were really into the game. It was kind of newer. I think back when it was Orm's Return was like the newest set out. So pretty early in it. And there's something that ignites a 9-year-old's brain when you go and you see like the Omnicron troopers, the Omnicron snipers, and the snakes. You just kind of like. If it bonds with you at the right time, you're just like, this is what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
So I asked for a box for Christmas, and I was like begging for it. Like that's all I wanted. And I still remember to this day, I wasn't like snooping around. I was just like getting something in my mom's closet, and I saw it hidden there. And then I was so.
Of course you were. No. You weren't snooping at all, sir. No.
Really. Like I felt bad because I saw it because I knew like she wanted to surprise it for me. We didn't have a whole bunch, and it was like the cost of that box at that time was kind of. I don't know if she got on sale or how she was able to get it at that kind of period of her life. But I saw it. I felt bad, and I said, I was a little kid, so I was like. Hey, Mom. I know Christmas isn't until like a month away, but I saw this in the.
My bad.
in the closet, and she's like, "Oh." And I was like, "Well, I already kind of saw it. I don't know if I can wait like a month. So can I just kind of open it now? I won't be sad at Christmas because I just
she gave it to you early."
Yeah. So she's like, "Yeah, you can just open it." So then I had it, and I got a little bit every like birthday. I get like an expansion set or something. But I didn't know until like way into the game that commons were a thing. But I was like the guy that brought this game to every event. I went to sleepovers and I brought all the pieces, and we would play like the 4-hour version of games to 3 a.m. type of deal.
Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about.
I was on a like a road trip with my family, and I brought all the pieces in the box, and we just picked up the Swarm of the Morrow, and we were like visiting family, friends, and every person's house we went to, I was like, all right, let's play a game. So it was really fun. It was never like competitive or official or anything like that, but I always loved the story, and I always loved the figures, and I just kind of held on to it. I really didn't get into much more. I was too scared to even post on like Heroscapers.com for like years, just because I was like, I don't, I read it all the time. I've been like a member since like 2012, but I never posted anything until after Age of Annihilation. Actually, I think I posted one time. I got enough courage to post on Tarn Vikings. I think you can go back and see it on it. It's like, I think they're really cool or something like that.
Yeah. Nice.
But it's nice to be a lot more ingrained in the community now. Oh, what were you saying?
Yeah, that's cool. Like for me, I had some of those stories too. Like my first game, I still remember my first game. Like I don't know exactly how it went, but I do remember the first time like I got introduced. My couple friends in the neighborhood, I'm really good friends with them now. Back then, not so much, but yeah, they invited me over for his like a birthday party type deal that night, like a sleepover type thing. And he had this huge map all set up on the floor of his room. It was Miggle's Tomb. Still my favorite map to this day, ironically, Miggle's Tomb. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I saw all the figures. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's samurai. I'm like, yes, that's it. I'm sold. Samurai, secret agents, Vikings, aliens, heck yeah. So yeah, I played a game and then I was hooked. Definitely. I think it was that Christmas that year, 2004. I want to say it was 2004 into 2004. That's I was like, yeah, Mom, I got to get this for Christmas. And sure enough, I got the Master Set for Christmas. And yeah, like I definitely followed the game. I was more into HeroClix for those early years, though, than Heroscape. But I definitely played a lot of Heroscape, too. And I kept up with the expansions as well, to a degree. I did learn about commons after, like, I don't know, like a few months after that, or maybe 6 months later. But yeah, it was definitely more like, casual at home. I did teach my sister to play. She got pretty good, actually. But yeah, it's definitely better now. Like I can play it more, definitely have some better opponents, although my buddy got pretty good at the game too after a while. We got older and stuff. But yeah, first game was definitely a Miggle's Tomb. I love that map. And then the figures, that's all the historical stuff got me hooked for sure. So
make really Miggle's Tomb legal. That's
yeah, seriously. Yeah. Or we have to remake the map actually, so it's maybe, I don't know, a little more balanced. But yeah, no, I love that map. That's one of my all-time favorite maps.
I would say Miggle's Tomb is the most Heroscape-y map of all time. Like, it encapsulates the full potential of the terrain. The multi-level and the ruins. All just coalesces so nice. It's such a like, if you're doing like just a store demo, you build that map just to show people what you can do with it.
Oh yeah,
type of deal.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Me and my sister played a whole bunch. You've been talking about your sister. We actually we played a game all summer one time where we played with every unit I had. It was like a 4,000 point game on each side, or 3,000 point game. So it lasted like 2 months long. We just had all the pieces, all the terrain. It was great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I never played like a 4,000 point game. I think the biggest game that I played was like 1,000 maybe, or maybe 1,100 point game. But yeah, that sounds fun. I remember one game I played against my sister years ago. I used like all my zombies, and I bought so many zombies back then. Like I think I have like 17 squads of them actually, currently to this day. So yeah, I played her and I managed to pin her in the start zone. My zombies just overran her army. I felt kind of bad afterwards, but it was fun busting out the whole horde for once.
The zombies are great. I played a zombie match at Gen Con, and it was one of the best games I ever played. Well, at least in terms of I lost, but the most fun. My opponent was playing zombies, and I was the Ashigaru. So like it was just like this endless swarm. Like I had to hold my ground, but then I lost initiative, and they broke through, and then slowly all my Yari just started converting to zombies. Oh, that was a good game.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I love the zombies. Zombies are one of my absolute favorite squads in the game. They're so well balanced too. Like I think the designers nailed it like the first time. I saw the comment from James. I said, "What's both your favorite OG units?" My favorite has got to be Isamu for heroes. Definitely got to go with the OG Isamu by far as my all-time favorite figure. I've killed so many figures with that guy over the years. It's ridiculous. But for squads, man, that's tough. I have so many favorite squads. I really do love the zombies. They're one of my absolute favorites. But I love microcore agents. I love Shaolin monks. Oof. I don't know. Common squad, that's tough. Probably got to go zombies for now. But yeah, that kind of changes sometimes. What about you, Rogue? What's your favorite hero or squad?
Let's see. James is right. Okay, so it's tough for me because I have to divide it between what's my favorite looking and my favorite one to play. Like, I love how the Vipers look, but they're not necessarily my favorite ones to play, just because they struggle. But, I mean, Mittens is, like, my favorite aesthetic unit. He's just got those big power gloves, and, you know, the Vipers got they're all just, like, so uniquely sculpted. Favorite unit to play is, I don't know, there's so many units, it's hard for me to commit. I would have to say the elf pod. Like, if I have a chance, if there's ever a format that allows elf pods, it's really fun. But I don't win with them, but I enjoy the tactile nature of moving them and positioning them, and it's I like armies that feature like mainly heroes. Like that's my draw.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I honestly, it's funny. I don't think I played the elf pod one time years and years ago, but yeah, I've never really been drawn to the elf pod. But I do like playing elves like squads. Like the Aubrain archers are also one of my favorite squads. I love using Savaris with the archers with the Akalar. It's not like a great team, honestly, but they're still pretty fun. And if you can pull off frenzies, you can win. You can win some games, but hard to do.
At ScapeCon, I felt so bad for my opponent. I rolled 7 or 8 frenzies in a row.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I was in a losing state, and I had the VC Hadouken, and I had Mittens, and then I had the loading glyph. So I was just like popping off.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to lose when you have the loading glyph and Mittens on the same time. That's cool though. That's awesome. My record is 7 frenzies so far that I've calculated, but that's pretty good. 7 in a row.
Let's see. Hello, welcome, Bill Flint's Blastron with Gladiatrons. I love how the Gladiatrons look. I don't like how the Gladiatrons look. I don't know. I think how cool the Gladiatrons are. It just doesn't keep up with the Blastertrons for me.
Oh, wait. So you like the Gladiatrons, but you don't like the Blastertrons, or vice versa?
I like the Gladiatrons. Like the guy with the copper axe is like one of my favorite sculpts.
Yeah, that's a great sculpt. Yeah, same here. I love the Gladiatrons too. I like both, but it's funny. Like I tend to play Gladiatrons without the Blastertrons. I know that's kind of like heresy, probably for competitive scape, but kind of fun.
I mean, being able to pin people down is always like really. The Gladiatrons are I always dread facing. Like, I'm always afraid. Thankfully, most figure points or limits kind of make Blastertron armies not fully compatible. But if you're just ever in a full on 24 600 point match, you're just gonna face them, and it's gonna be it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. I do like both units, but yeah, I do like Gladiatrons more than the Blastertrons. But I know they're a very, very strong army, so I haven't really run it that often. But just separately, they're still fun to do. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm really excited too for the new. I call her Medusa, even though it's Sudima. I call her Medusa 2.0. I'm really excited to use her with like a bunch of Gladiatrons maybe in the future. Like the strategy is, it's not really a great strategy, mind you. People, if you're listening, don't say that, hey, Owlman said to use this strategy, you'll win with it at Gen Con, because you definitely won't. I like to use like the Gladiatrons and like just pin a bunch of people down and then have Medusa walk up slowly and just like petrify them one by one because they can't escape because they're locked down. Not a great strategy, but still a fun one nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to new Sudema a whole bunch. That was like one. I actually was like scripting a video for like 2.0s I wanted to see. But so far, Renegade has kind of like touched on most of them, so now I'm kind of like, I kind of just scrapped the video because I'm like, they're just making it anyways, so
yeah.
Not even need to make it. Are you a big VC guy? Or are you more just the
Me,
classic?
no, not so much. Nah, I'm not. There's a few VC units that I like, but for the most part, nah, I'm not really into the VC stuff. I do have like 3 or 4 units that I got a while back, although I haven't really played them. I do like the Havoc Eradicators. I just wish they were Udgar, not Valkyrie. I
Yeah.
like them, and I like the Morrow Nids because I'm a huge Morrow fan. Oh, I didn't even mention the Morrows. I love Morrows. Like the Morrow Dividers are one of my favorite squads too. Morrow Warriors, Morrow Stingers, Dividers, Martin Hounds, anything Morrow, I'm a pretty big fan of. Yeah, I like the Morrow Nids, the Havoc Eradicators, and I also really like the Nasir Cultists. They're pretty cool, actually. I think that's it. Oh, I got some Knights of Blackguard too, but I never played them. I have 2 squads, which I'll probably trade or sell at some point, honestly. But that's about it. What about you?
Let's see, for VC, there's so much. I always forget what's there. My favorite VC units. I like Hadouk because he really helps the elf pod a lot. And he's just a good, solid design. I like the ones that aren't like in their really tight synergy web chains. Like I really like Van Nessing, just for his like. I just like I just like wacky guys. I like guys that aren't synergistic and just kind of do their own little thing, and that's why I lose all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
These are a really
like,
good
yeah.
pick too. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, like we were talking earlier, like I'm definitely more like I play competitively, but I am more of a casual escaper at heart. I feel like I'm kind of like 60-40 probably, 60 casual, 40 competitive. But I am going to Gen Con this year. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the stuff will arrive in time. I'm still waiting on those pesky Reavers to show up. I'm jealous of everybody that's already got their stuff.
No. I wanna break them open. Yeah, they all look so good. I'm looking forward to the Reavers. The pre-painted Reavers like have a really nice paint job from what I've seen posted so far.
Yeah, I saw. I think Vecna posted in the chat earlier. I was actually looking at the pictures. They do look pretty good, actually. I like them.
I was
like them a lot,
impressed.
and I think the scale looks pretty good too. I'm like, thank God, thank you, Lord. Like the scale is actually looking better because some of the earlier stuff, I'll be honest, I was like, oh, the acolytes just are so out of whack. I hate it when like a figure scale is messed up. Like for some people that doesn't bother them, and that's great. But I'm not one of those. Like the scale has to be good in order for me to like the figure and actually use it. To a degree.
Because the scale creep is a big issue. I think they're aware of, at least for future releases. It's just you can fix a bad paint job. You can fix even like even with Maladrix, you can fix a bad sculpt in some ways. But just if it's too big, there's just not much you can do about it. And it really for me it takes me out of the game when you have like different sized units for some reason. It's just it's just too like disproportionate for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just like for some people it's fun, but yeah, for me it definitely bugs me a little bit. Like, even with the Drow, and I like the Drow honestly, but they're just so small compared to the regular figures. It's like, ugh. But
yeah, I stopped. When we were in the D&D season for a while of Heroscape. That's why I stopped playing. That's why I got out of the game, just because the size discrepancies were so off. It really like threw me. It just didn't even feel like Heroscape at that point for me. I kind of came around.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, like, because I remember being in stores, like, because again, like, I was keeping track of it for several years, and then I didn't, and then I came back, and there was a couple D&D waves. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, what? Like, why is D&D in my Heroscape? Like, no, this is D&D. You have no business being in Heroscape. And I just like, I didn't buy any D&D up until like the last few years or so. I bought some D&D, but like, yeah, I was like, no way in heck, but. Because that's the thing, I do like the lore. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with the lore in Heroscape, but I do like it a lot, especially more so the earlier lore. I think a little bit of the new stuff is getting better with the lore, but like the old stuff I liked, and I like it because it was pretty original. Overall, it was pretty original. Like the Morrow were pretty original, like a lot of species and stuff were kind of original, and I really like that, But then it's like, you had to go the D&D at Hasbro. You just had to go there, didn't you? So, yeah, I didn't like it either at first. Like, I'm kind of accepting now to a degree, but... even with the current IP, we got G.I. Joe. Like, it makes sense. G.I. Joe, okay. Like, I can get with the program for G.I. Joe, but yeah, I do hope that they don't make like a big habit out of doing like multiple IPs a year. One every 4 or 5 years maybe, and like I hope it's not something crazy like I don't know, Transformers or My Little Pony, something like that. I'm like, nah. I think G.I. Joe is the max for me. Although, well. I will say I'm a huge Halo fan, so I wouldn't like hate it if they made Halo IP, but still, like I like how Heroscape is its own thing,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they just made D&D sculpts from, because I play a lot of D&D. I'm currently DMing two campaigns right now, so I do that. I moonlight as a DM in my free time,
Okay.
whatever that is. But it's just the sculpts themselves. D&D sculpts are kind of they're not the best. There's a reason they're one of the few like pre-painted models still existing out there. It's just because they're kind of slapped together. But I ironically didn't stop playing Heroscape because of D&D. Then I started playing D&D, curious why like all the references were, and then I got back into Heroscape playing D&D because I started picking up the D&D Heroscape. So it's kind of like a cycle.
Yeah, that's funny. It's cool. It's funny you said D&D. I've never actually played D&D, believe it or not. I mean, heck, maybe one day I'll try to give it a shot. But I did pick up some of the Pathfinder figures actually a while back. Some of the iconic sets actually. I really love the Ninja and the Samurai iconic Pack 6. That's a pretty cool one actually. Made some custom figures from that.
I think Pathfinder has better models, even though they're made by the same company. I think the sculptor for Pathfinder or the designer or whatever is just slightly better.
Because it's funny. Like I look at the figures sometimes. I just check D&D website and like the Pathfinder every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, I do think Pathfinder. Some of the figures tend to look a bit better sculpt wise, but there's exceptions. But I see Dastardly Doug. Give me My Little Pony. No, sir. No. No My Little Ponies. No.
Oh. See, I would like one as like an April Fool's Day special release, and that's it. Not like a full set. Just so people could stop asking for it, stop mentioning. Like, it's just like, we have one, and I would love for it to be like My Little Pony, but kind of sculpted kind of like cool. Like you have, I don't know anything about My Little Pony, but just like one of them that's like clearly inspired by it, and it's just like, okay, I'm playing that just for the memes. All right. Bill says, how do I feel about the Yeti and Sasquatch classic figures being different sizes? You know what? It gives me an aneurysm. It's definitely the dating profile when you meet them in person. They say they're a medium 5, but they're a large 6 type of deal.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh man.
I need to pull up a picture of Shout out. I thought he was all white, but there is a bit of like color variation on him.
He's got
throwing it off.
He's got like I think he's got some red on the actual Cobra insignia, and his mask is silver, or his wrist guards. But that's maybe a little black in there too somewhere. I don't know.
I'm picking at the top of my screen so I can actually look at him. I have to pull up the model. Beloved Boston Bruins absolutely sucked tonight, so here I am. Well, you know what? One person's loss is another person's gain, I'd say. I'm notoriously just know nothing about sports. It's to an embarrassing level.
Yeah, same here. I know a little bit about bubble, but not a ton, and I don't keep track of players in general. I just know like a handful of players. That's about it. I'm an FSU fan, though. I hope FSU does good this year. We've sucked the last couple of years. Ugh. Depressing.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Florida State, yeah. Florida State University. Oh, favorite Renegade unit, James. All right, yeah, James is keeping us on track here. Favorite Renegade unit? All right, golly. I gotta say that have come out. Well, I mean, technically, I guess it was HasLab and Renegade because HasLab did some of the earlier stuff, so we gotta give credit where credit's due. For HasLab, I gotta go. I like the Exiles a lot for the Pirates. I thought they were pretty well designed. I enjoy the Pirates more so than some of the other stuff. I don't like the bears at all. I've never been a bear person. I hope Renegade stops making bears after the Gnarl Furs. I'm not a Vord person either. I hope we get kind of a break from those the next couple of years. But I do like the Pirates a lot. I like the Exiles and the Knaves. The Dreadnoughts are pretty cool too. I like Maladrakes and the Bugs. They're pretty good. I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but they can be kind of fun. Oh, I gotta say Wraith Riders probably. Wraith Riders and Exiles are my two favorite HasLab units. Wraith Riders are just fun to use.
I'm trying to think here. You're just listing every unit. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Again, I have to go to the divide between visual and play style. And Maladrix is definitely top in play style. It's just so satisfying to throw that many dice every turn, and then you get to pop a bug out of someone at a key moment.
Yeah.
Leads to some good play
Maladrix
moments.
is just Maladrix just a beast to deal with. But
it
yeah,
just
I prefer Maladrix than Bernie. But yeah, like it's good design. I think she's a little undercosted, honestly, but she's still it's good design, and she can be pretty fun.
Let's see here, but I don't know if it's my favorite visually. There's so much new stuff coming out. I think Thorman is honestly my favorite unit.
Oh, really? Okay.
To play, and I don't think he's the best, but I like the shenanigans he can do. I'm like I said, I like the wacky, weird units like that are just kind of a little off the wall that require a little bit of like the crinkling of the brain to figure out how to use.
Yeah.
But once you kind of get
cool.
the Thorman engine running, it's really fun. I haven't got him yet, so I don't know like how visually like it might. But every time I've played on him like online a couple times, and I've always had a fun time.
Yeah, the Kraken look pretty big. Like I saw pictures today. Thorman looks pretty. Actually, the scale looks good for the Kraken and Thorman. Ironically, I didn't order those. Actually, I don't see myself using them that often. They don't really fit my playstyle per se. But yeah, they visually they look pretty good, at least at first glance from the pictures. But you mentioned Scavarth as Lord of Renegade. Oh, I'm not a Scavarth person either. Lord of Renegade. I just see that's the thing. I did my Scavarth review. I think was that today, or I think it was today. I think I released my Scavarth review. Yeah, the thing is like on his own, he's actually pretty good. But like that's the thing. I don't like how he can be juiced up each turn because it's every turn. You can get like a double whammy and then potentially get an initiative switch and do a third whammy on somebody for like 8 dice. That just kind of a feels bad moment. There's not a lot of units. I'll be honest. Like when it comes to broken units, sorry to derail the discourse here, but if I may, when it comes to broken units, there's not a lot of figures that I'm like, oh man, I hate this figure. There's only like a few that really really kind of irk me. Like Raylan is one of them. Raylan 1, I despise that figure with a passion. And the Death Reavers, of course, the rats are so annoying. Q9 can be kind of abusive with Raylan, but even on his own, like Q9 is like, you know what? I don't mind facing a Q9 once in a while. That doesn't bother me. But Scavarth is really the one that's like, oh god, when he gets injected, it's like heads up. He's gonna kill something, like multiple somethings, multiple turns in a row, at least in my experience. So yeah.
See, I don't mind when the hero feels good and strong. It's just more, I hate when squads are like I just don't like common squads that much, honestly, if I'm being honest. Like, I get that they're an important part of maintaining the game. It's just, it feels like to me, it gets rid of a lot of the core element of Heroscape is the order marker management. And if you kind of negate that, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, if you're done, I'll piggyback that. Yeah, and I agree. I've mentioned this a lot of times in the Discord. If you see me on Discord too, for sure, I've kind of brought this up because I know a lot of people are squad spam fans, and honestly, I do love common squads. I really do. It's not like I just love heroes, but there's a reason. We got to put the hero back in Heroscape, which I get that too. Like you got to have like. That's why I've kind of brought up before. Like, I wonder if their squad should have kind of a slight handicap when it comes to like 4-man squads, because that's really strong. Like, we both know bonding common squads are really, really strong in Heroscape. So, like, limiting them to like just you get a maximum of 3 attacks per turn. Like, maybe you can move the 4th squad. That's cool. Like, if you got 4 orcs, you can move the 4th one, but you just can't attack. That would help heroes out a lot, And yeah, like what you said, I totally get it. Like with the heroes, like I agree. Like heroes need to be a bit more, to have them be a bit more stronger, I guess, able to fend off more squads. But there's got to be a balance there. But yeah, as far as heroes go, Scavarth is really the only one where I'm like, I definitely don't really like facing him with the Lich. But yeah, in general, like even like Nilfheim or Brax is like they're pretty strong, but like no, like I'm cool with that, like because like it's good to be able to multi-attack and take down common spam. I'm kind of 50-50. Like I love heroes, but I love common squads too, But yeah.
I just think it's if I was to redesign Heroscape, this is my hot take I've mentioned before in the channel, is I would have each unit of a common squad only able to inflict 1 wound with each of their attacks. So if you have if let's say
that is a hot take.
They have, let's say you have a defensive 4 and you roll 3 skulls and you whiff, you get 1 wound from that unit. Because I feel like it just balances out the whole game a bit, because then it's a completely different thing, and people will disagree with me and fight me on it because it's different. But it's my spicy take, and you could feel free to disagree because I'm sure there's problems with it.
That's interesting. Yeah, like I don't know if I go with that far, but like yeah, as far as I would say, just a max of 3 attacks per turn, and like yeah, and heck,
Yeah,
even limiting like the formats too, like what they say. Yeah, if you limit the formats, like squad spam isn't as oppressive. Like just say
yeah.
okay, you can use a max of 3 squads. It's still good, but you can't spam 6 common fourth mass. Like you're just limited to 3. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So, like, if you have a squad of 4, you can do 4 wounds to a hero if you hit them all with all 4. It's just, like, I don't know, like, it just seems like... Or just reduce the overall offensive output and raise the defense of all heroes. Like, it just seems like squads should have, like, 1 or 2 defense, not, like, 4 or 5 defense.
Well, yeah, here that comes back to my point. That's why I hate Raylan, like, because she gives all the squads so much. Like, just ban Raylan. Like, I'm really like, I'm a fan of ban lists. For whatever reason, people fight me on Discord all the time, and I'm like, guys, just ban Raylan for like a few. It's great, ban her for a month or 2. Now you don't have to face 5 defense fourth mass or whatever knights or 8 defense minions or something like that. Like, hey, now the Death Chasers have 2 defense and not 4. They're much more manageable. So yeah, hey, ban Raylan should solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's what the events I'm running. I ban just all A+ units. One, because it's like a bunch of newer people that are I'm trying to get to the scene, and it's just kind of it's not like I hate going against them. It's just that you have to like keep them in mind for all your army building. Like it really restricts. Like you can either play Q9 Raylan Rats, or you have to play something to directly counter it. But you can't like be in between either of those 2 options.
Yeah. I think Asama was banned too. Is he A+ or did he drop to A or something like that?
He's A+. Yeah, Asama's banned, but like that's just because he's too cheap. That's the only problem with Asama. He's just too cheap. But I don't think he needs to be banned. I think he's fun enough and easy enough to like he's unique enough that it creates more like tactical decision points. I'd say instead of just just Q9 camping.
I admit I'm biased. He's definitely my favorite figure. Like I've had some games where he's done so well, but then again, there's a lot of games where he's killed within like 1 or 2 vanish rolls, and boom, I whiff and he just drops dead. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I love how he's 10 points, but I understand some people want to be like 15 points or like I know he's 20 in Delta, but even then I hate running him at 20 in Delta. But whatever, I have to grit my teeth sometimes and do it. But yeah,
I'm so back and forth on Delta. James says I'm only allowed
me
one
too,
hot take,
actually.
But
me too.
I like Delta when I want to play bad units, is where I stand. But when I want to play good units, it's tough. Or if you want to use units in unoptimal ways, like if you just want to kind of have like a range splash of Mibrixa in your army, it's just a good 50-point filler as it's designed for. Not in a Roman build, not in a Death Chaser build, just kind of like I need a little bit of range coverage, just throw him in, and he's worth 50 points. But it doesn't flex based off your army building potentials. It kind of grades them all at their highest performing level, which I don't always play at that level.
Yeah, no, I get it. Same here. It's funny. Like I do like Delta, but I don't. I'm torn. Like I think some of the point values are spot on, but then again, there's other ones I'm like, what the heck? Like there's no way that unit should cost that much. I'm sorry, there's no way in a million years. So. But yeah, my group likes to play Delta, so yeah, sometimes I'll play it. I'll still have a good time, but I in general, I'll be honest, I prefer classic points, I really do. Like, I'm sorry, Mibrixa, 3 life, 3 defense, he's not that hard to kill. I'm sorry, he just isn't. Yeah. But, and I'll be honest, like, units like the Mara Warriors, I get that. Like 50 points, there's no way they're worth 50 points. But like to me, Mara Warriors are like really the only unit I get that. Well, no, Death Reavers too. Those are the only 2 cards that I think should get a total overhaul. Like Mara Warriors, make them 75 points and Water Clone once per game, and I think they're perfect. Maybe 80 points and Water Clone attempt once per game, and there'd be much more. I think much more balanced. But that's just me because. He's asking if Raylan 1 doubled in points and Renegade. No. If she doubled in points, even at 160, nah. I would I'd say make her 180 like Taylor. Make her like the classic 180 like Taylor. Okay, fine, sure. Because then you won't see her in that many teams. Like she's ridiculously expensive at that point. Like here's the thing. Like if you want to nuke somebody, that's a character to nuke in Delta, not the Ordo, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't know why you would nuke the Ordo over like Raylan, for example, but. whatever. It is what it is. But
yeah, I don't want to talk about the Ordo tax. It makes me a little upset.
It's funny. Like, I'm not even like a huge Ordo fan myself. I don't really like the Bears that much. But I'm just like, what? Like, I feel bad for the people that like the Ordo. Like, are they really like that bad as a unique?
No,
like,
no, it's.
I know. Yeah, they're not.
It's just they're not that. They're not that good at 110. It's just they just encourage bad play styles. That's the part I don't like. I don't like when units get attacks just for being annoying or not fun to play against.
If they're common, sure, tax them, but they're unique. Like, you get 3 of them. Like, bruh, come on.
I hate it because it's
the hell out of Rayline, not the Ordo.
I paid good money for my Ordo. Now they're just gonna any Delta event. They're just not even an option. They've just been banned essentially in the game. Like, I'm not paying 150 for Ordo for 3 attacks of 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. And this is where I'm like different. Like, I've wanted to do this for a while. It's gonna take me a lot of time, but I want to make my own Delta rankings, like my own point system. I really do. Like, no offense to, it's fine for folks to use the Delta, but I feel like everyone's gonna disagree on them, and you know, like, some point values are just there's no way that's worth what it is. So one of these days, I want to make my own spreadsheet, make my own Delta list, and kind of see if my play group can use that. Maybe it's just gonna take a while, and I don't know.
When the Council of Heroscapers live stream and said the tax of the Ordo. What about the
Viva la Resistance! Viva Resistance!
Viva la Resistance! No, there was a joke there, but I lost it. Oh.
Viva la Ordo Resistance or Delta? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, there was something there. Let's see here. I'm just giving an update on the figure. So we've just been kind of base coding here while we've been talking. Just adding some metallics, some dark metallics. I'm kind of figuring out his color scheme a bit. I'm kind of just piecing it out because I'm not sure where all the pieces are. Painting white, you have to be patient just because you don't want to be too much because then you have to go back over it. But yeah, we're getting there. Which hand model are we seeing? Oh yeah, we're seeing my beautiful hand here. Okay. What's your least favorite new release?
Me? Oh gosh. I'll be honest. There's several that I'm really not a fan of. Like, I didn't really care for Zed. I know he's a blimp. I didn't really care for Zed. I don't care for the Gallery that much. I'll be honest. Like, maybe it's just the sculpts. If the sculpts were cool, I probably would like the Gallery. I'll be honest. I just don't like them, and their wings are so huge. Like, I don't know. You probably saw that meme of all the fins smacking each other in the face that I created a while back. But yeah, I'll be honest. The Gallery, not a huge fan of. Just a lot of the last couple waves I really wasn't a big fan of. Like the Acolytes, okay, yeah, one squad, sure, but again, they're so big. Like, Acolytes, Gravegrim, he's okay. The new stuff is what I'm excited for. The latest wave for sure. I love the latest wave. I'm very excited because I ordered all the unique stuff. So definitely excited to get into that stuff. But as far as like one particular unit, that's tough. There's a bunch that I'm really just not a huge fan of. What about you? What's your like least favorite unit or two?
Let's see here. I really am disappointed, even with the Revenants coming by Kilcarax. Kilcarax, I think, is just such a disappointing, because it's this cool sculpt, cool model, but it's so bad. And Zed is really, really, really bad. Even with all the help he's been getting, he just doesn't like. For me, like, I don't care if a unit is good or bad, but how well does it achieve its theme and its presence on the board? And I feel like Zed really is like this weird mixture of, it's too many things. It doesn't feel refined. Like, Zed could use it's undercooked to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Zed should have like a carry. Like, you should be able to move, like, even let's say you don't want to move Raylan, non-flying figures around the battlefield. Then he becomes so much more usable. Yeah,
and well, again, for me, like, I'm not a board person in general, but like, for Zed's case, like, I wouldn't even design them like that. I'll be honest. If I had to design them, I would say you can crash land once per game, because that makes sense. Like, how can you fix your blimp in 2 turns and do it again for 5 damage? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. No offense to the designer, but I would have done that way differently. I would have made Zed a separate figure, like a Vord, like a 3 health, 2 defense figure that you can actually add in addition and like place him on the blimp. So that way he has a chance of, like, let's say, bailing out if the blimp crashes and he survives. You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of fun. Maybe make the blimp a little cheaper too. Like, you get 1 crash land per game, and maybe you can survive, or if you don't, or you take a wound if you fall out of the blimp, and then maybe Zed can do an action right away when he jumps out of the blimp or something. I don't know, something like that. But Anyway,
I wish this Crash Landing did a whole lot more dice, like 7 or 8 dice, just so it feels. And it's like you said, like even 9 dice. Like it's just this one big attack that you can use once per game, and that's it. Then he's destroyed afterwards. Like it'd be kind of fun to see that.
Yeah, maybe make him a little cheaper too, but I don't know. Just to go back, like there's a lot of units that I'm not a huge fan of, because I only ordered 1 squad of Gellery, and I don't even know why I did that. I haven't even used them. I'll probably trade or sell them eventually. But I am excited for the new stuff. I'm very, very excited for the new Medusa. I am super excited for, and of course my boy SI4X. I am so excited for that figure.
SI has lots of potential.
Oh my gosh, bruh. Yeah.
We can just the rest of the stream is just an SI4X fan stream here. That's all we're doing here.
Yeah, that's why I'll be honest. I'm an Einar fan. Einar's always been my favorite general. Also, Ular and Utgar have some pretty fun units, but Einar's always been my absolute favorite. And which reminds me, the new Samurai coming out. Oh, so excited for K-Gut too. He looks sick. Overall, I love the design too and the sculpt. I hope we get some common Samurai coming soon down the pike. But yeah, as far as SI4X goes, yeah, he's the reason why I chose the Revna Vidar. I mean, he's just really cool. I have to go Umbral Covenant. That's my alliance that I'm supporting. So.
Yeah, I'm torn on the alliance I'm choosing. I like Umbral I like the Clockwork Combine just because I think it's really cool to get that futuristic and historic kind of merging. I feel like that's the only alliance that really offers anything new visually or mechanically. Like the Umbral Covenant is cool and mechanically it's a really solid integration. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. For me, it feels like Revna wouldn't team up with Vidar. And
really, that's interesting because I could see her teaming. It's funny. I thought she would team up with Utgar first and then stab him in the back. But I could see Vidar would be the next one because Vidar has been kind of let's be honest. He's been kind of he's kind of like a stab in the back type guy. He's gonna do his own thing and then stab you in the back. So I could see that. But yeah, it's funny. You mentioned Valeric. I'm not a Valeric person at all. I could have done without Valeric as a Valkyrie general completely, I'll be honest. I kind of would have preferred more of a focus on the OG stuff but they released a lot of Valeric, it felt like to me. I mean, it is what it is, but I'll be honest. Valeric and Revna I wasn't sold on too. I like Revna more now, definitely more than Valkyrie. I never really liked Valkyrie at all, but yeah, I'm kind of warming up to Revna too, but I would like to see more of a focus on the OG stuff, especially for Ular and Aquila, or Aquila. Mm-hmm. I call her Aquila, whatever. More Aquila stuff. I mean, I'm glad we got some dwarves coming out too. That'll be fun to see. But, more Janna, more Utgar, definitely Einar, for the love of God. Let's get some more Einar historical stuff. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Billy Rage. Oh, you're still looking for the proxy. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, hey, if you let me know if you find a good proxy, I'll definitely buy it from you, if it's decent. But if you can't, I get it. If you can't find one, you can't find one. But yeah, SI, that dude's going to be so much fun. And some people are saying he's not that great, but I'm like, dude, he's going to be the Raylan for contemporary. He really is. He's the only unit that gives a +1 defense buff, as far as I know, as far as contemporary goes. He's the only unit that can give any kind of defense buff whatsoever, I think, right? Am I wrong or am I off?
And contemporary, there isn't any defensive boost at all. I think, if memory serves me well, besides Captain's Way or whatever, but stuff.
Even standard. That's kind of that's very situational. Yeah, there's no Raylans, thank goodness. And I love the new Raylan too, by the way. Raylan 3 is okay, but Raylan 4, oh, that's my jam. I love Raylan 4. She's more of an offensive type figure. That's a really great design for me.
I really like Raylan 4. I don't like that she's 105 points. That's the only part I don't like about her. If she was just a pure 100, really? I would. It's army building. You're always left with 5 points over for army she's good in. So it's just but it might as well just be 110 if you're 105 at that point.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But she's a really good unit. I like a lot of the new unit. I feel like Heroscape has evolved, and it really has become. There's just a lot of emphasis. We've moved away from boring one attack of 3 heroes that cost 100 points, which is nice.
Yeah, and I will say I do at least the last wave or so. Again, kind of in the middle, I'm I was kind of torn, I'll be honest, because I don't like some of those designs. But in the beginning, and then of course right now, I think that I love the new designs for sure. Now I'm okay, now I feel like the train is kind of rolling here. And I like how the units are definitely getting Heroes Mold, multi-attack and stuff. At the same time, I'm I saw someone brought this up in the Discord too. I am a little mildly concerned about power creep, I'll be honest. And some of the G.I. Joe stuff, there's definitely some power creep there. Come on. Cobra Troopers, Serpentor, like they're definitely some very undercosted units. So I'm a little concerned about that, and I hope Renegade, if you're watching this, you kind of just be careful, like with the point values. Maybe dial the point values back like a little bit, but I am very excited overall. I'm just a little concerned about some of the power creep potential.
I'm perplexed by the Cobra Trooper. I feel like they mixed up the cost with the green shirts, because they are cost according like the same price as Fourth Mass, which is they have the hindsight of knowing, oh wait, this is a really strong squad without bonding, and they have pretty much the same stats, so like one less defense, but no, it's same defense, but it's just four-man bonding range squads are tough to get into for any army.
Yeah, that's true. And on that note, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't remember where I saw this from. I think it was Discord or someone mentioned. Maybe it was in our own Discord, but someone mentioned that I think maybe Brett actually talked to the designers, and they mentioned, oh yeah, in playtesting the green shirts were dominating. That's why they jacked their price up to 85. At least for the playtesting phase, that's what I heard. I think it was my friend Brett who said that. I can't remember exactly, but that's what I heard. So I'm like, okay, well that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. The Cobra should have been a little higher for sure, if anything.
If the Cobras just had 5 range, then they're like a really fragile pod that you have to, like, most things can outrange and you have to like pivot and use them wisely. But with 6 range, you either have to have that 7 range where they can easily position to get into you, or like you have to be running a full like anti-range army, which I don't like doing. I don't like having to prep for specific things in my army building.
I hear ya.
Having a good authority, there's a unit coming in that buffs the green shirt and makes them worth their points. I'm hoping so, because I accidentally bought like 3 sets of them. I thought I was buying Cobra Troopers, and I bought them, and I said okay. And
yeah, it's funny. I didn't buy any green shirts whatsoever. I just don't see myself ever using them. I completely skipped the green shirts, but I did get the other stuff. I got 3 packs of the Cobras because I'll be honest, I do, like I said, I like 50-50 melee and range. It's like I never just play one or the other. I do tend to mix a lot in my armies, but I like range. Like I do like playing Cobra once in a while, so I like them. They're going to be pretty good too. And I love the heroes too. The heroes are pretty strong. Although my favorites are ironically the ninjas. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are definitely my G.I. Joe favorites of so far that's been released. What about you? What are your favorite G.I. Joe units?
The Joes just are so boring compared to the Cobra army. Like they just have like less buttons to press. It's like we can get stronger, and but let's see, favorite Joe. The favorite Joe exclusive.
Maybe like standalone here. I don't know, or just as a group or.
I think Roadblock, just because he is like a mini Nilfheim. Like he at least is solid. Like he's not going to go down. Like I've been disappointed in Duke. Duke is just a little underpowered. Like you compare Duke to Baroness, who can like effectively bond with almost anyone, and if Duke just had a bigger range, he'd be. It's just I feel like Joe is missing some like cohesion a bit in their army. Like I get it's supposed to be hero centric, but like it's I don't know. It's just haven't been too impressed with the Joe faction so far. But I love the Cobras. Like the Cobra, like I like Mindbender is my favorite G.I. Joe release. Like he's a funny little guy that could do some funny little things if you set him up right.
Yeah. He's got good stats for 70 points. So it's kind of funny. Like Mindbender, I don't see myself using him that much. But yeah, I mean, he could technically swing a game if he gets off a good mind control. But yeah, for 70 points, that stat block is really good. Like that's like a Decker stat block, same stats basically. But I get the Joes. Yeah, cohesively, they're not as good as Cobra for sure. Like, I love Baroness too. Baroness is going to be fun. I haven't really used her that much, but yeah, I definitely in the future I'm looking forward to making some fun Baroness teams. Like, I like her a lot. I think the design was pretty good for her. I don't think she's like that oppressive, but her false orders ability, wow, that is really good. If you can pull it off a couple times in a game, that can absolutely swing the game in your favor. It's hard to do, but like, switching an order marker from like a bonding squad, that can really screw over your opponent.
Yeah, I like when like units like that Thyraxis can really make you like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have brought 6 squads of commons in one Villar hero. I was playing a Thyraxis at a Monster Mash event where you have a bunch of huge figures, and he was on a tear. He was he got like 4 frenzies in a row, and then he moved the order markers around, and then went the initiative shift.
No.
And my opponent went home after that because the event the event was over and they had to go home. But you know what?
That's funny.
Yeah, I like D20 abilities a lot because I just, for some reason, my standard dice just do not roll well at all. I just assume every roll I'm going to blank on my defense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, me too. I love D20. That's what makes Heroscape is the D20. Like, I like both the combat dice and the D20, but it's funny because like I see a lot of people trying to limit D20 stuff for, quote unquote competitive scape, but I'm like, that's what makes Heroscape. Like, I understand limiting a little bit, but like, yeah, I mean, come on, like that's kind of, to me, that's like the whole fun of the game is.
Yeah. I
love the randomness to the game. It's fun. Wait, real quick, James, do you have a link to your Discord? Oh. Yeah, I guess it is expired. Yeah, I created that honestly, but like, there's like 2 members there, so I guess I got to look into that. I have no idea if it's expired or not. I'll look into that actually maybe tomorrow, not tonight because I got to get up early for work tomorrow. But probably tomorrow night I'll look into it, see if I can get that fixed.
Y'all don't even know I made a custom unit, a unique hero, my mom.
Stat block's unbelievable.
You know who has an unbelievable stat block? Your mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So which I guess of the new units, like which of the, like, I don't know, name a couple 2 or 3 units that you're most excited to use. I guess of the
new ones.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I mean, I mentioned Thor. I've actually played the Thorben Kraken build a few times, so I really enjoy it. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go into Secrets of the Citadel. I also have to test my memory. I'm really looking forward to the Boar Riders. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm looking forward to them. Just because it's a bit of Heroscape history to go full circle. Hopefully the game isn't canceled before they're released.
Oh, you mean the Dwarf Riders? You said the Boar? You said the
Boar? Oh yeah, the dwarf Boar Riders. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The Boar's riding the dwarves,
Yeah.
But the revealed units, I really like how twisty Dernipa is, but I don't know what to do with her yet. And I really like, I mean, Kaiga's cool. I'm just looking forward to painting Kaiga. Oh, man, what are the new? There's someone I'm really like. I really like Jeanne d'Arc. Like that model is pretty fun, as well as just getting another huge Hive Lord are all things I'm looking forward to having.
Yeah, she's gonna be fun too. I can't wait to put her on Osamu and see if he never dies. The new Osamu. Probably not worth it in a competitive game, but still, it could be fun.
A really, really well-designed unit. Like I like when theme and mechanics coalesce into an afford. I just like how Secrets. I really just think Secrets of the Citadel is doing so much stuff right. Like low-cost heroes that are impactful but not like dominating. And cool synergy webs. I like the dual classes. People can not like it. That's fine, but I think it opens up a lot of potential, and
yeah, same here.
It gave me a lot of confidence for the future of this game. Like it felt like we kind of got out of the growing pains, and we're finally able just to make cool crap now.
Yeah, that's the same here. Yeah, I feel like Renegade's getting even more on track than they were before, for sure. And I like the dual classes. They had a lot the first go around, but still, I think they're overall a good addition to the game.
Yeah.
But
I think it'd be nice if some of the dual classes were impactful, like actually mattered. But it's like Jeanne d'Arc having the Knight class doesn't really do much for her. She could just be a champion. But I don't know what they have in the future, if they have like future Knight synergies or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's fun. And also, I'm pretty sure we're probably getting some kind of gladiator unit because, Taylor has this gladiator thing in his, cards. So I'm sure we're probably getting, I don't know, maybe we'll get some more Einar gladiators or maybe Utgard gladiators. I don't know, but that'd be cool.
I can see kind of like an Elites of Ular kind of 2.0 of a Utgard squad, like gladiators of Loviatak or something. And I think it would be cool. It'd be cool to get some more glads in the game. There's just we finally kind of are inching out. Even like the Vorids. I know you're not a big Vorid fan, but I like that we get the Eisen Expedition. I like those guys. They're kind of goofy. I'm kind of like, I'm back and forth on the Vord. I like that what they do with the Vord. I don't have always liked their lore, but I do. I like Redwall, so I like the homage to Redwall.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I grew up reading the Redwall books. Yeah, it's been forever, but yeah, I read a lot of the Redwall books growing up.
But I could also understand. I appreciate how they made them very animalistic and not like humanoid animals. So that's why they get some love for me. But I also understand why people don't like them. We had this kind of period of time where it was like felt like nothing but Vorids were in all the releases. It's just like, all right, here's more.
Yeah, but feels like a little overkill, honestly. So I hope they take a break from just Vorid and animal stuff in general. I really I'm happy we got some historical stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I want more. I really want a big push for. I want to see at least 2 or 3 common squads, and I want like 2 or 3 more unique heroes. That's what I really want. But we'll see. I'm sure I like the new stuff coming out for the most part, but I gotta say, I really love the Medusa. Agent Sai is definitely up there, my favorites, and the new Asama looks pretty fun too. The new stuff, but
I'm using it.
Dernipia looks fun. I mean, she was kind of tricky to use, but yeah, she can be good in so many builds. It's like, it's kind of overwhelming when you're thinking about Dernipia builds.
Yeah, I like the potential she has. I like that she is another elf wizard now, effectively.
Yeah, that's true. Make her elf. You can make her Eisenach. You can make her, and then she could bond with Medusa. I just thought of
make her undead. She's a twisty unit if you have to fill a niche in an army. And her healing is really it's probably the most reliable healing in the game, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's not busted either. It's good, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it's not so crazy busted either. In my opinion, at least.
No, my rule of game design, I think good game design, is that you can do anything you want as long as it's appropriately cost something. If she could just heal 2 wounds for free, then she's broken. But the fact that she has to take those wounds and there's that give and take of good game design, I think is what we're looking for. Yeah, so waiting on the Machine Gun Penguin. Oh, that Machine Gun Penguin's definitely coming. That's high on their list, I'm sure. The real secrets of the Citadel were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
So we are taking... almost ruined the whole model here. We are taking this speed paint and mixing it with some speed paint medium. About a 3-to-1, really so that it kind of flows. And we are going to add some shading and then kind of start building up the colors here. Do you paint it all, or are you pre-painted?
Oh, me? No, I'm pre-painted all the way. I don't ever see myself doing any kind of, painting at all. But, I mean, hey, that's cool that they made, unpainted and painted options for those that have maybe less of a budget or who just love to paint, I like that they offered both options. Yeah,
I wish the unpainted was cheaper, honestly. As with Secrets of the Citadel, $10 cost. I'll tell you this: I'm not charging you $10 to paint your Secret of the Citadel stuff. But it does make it kind of hard to if you're looking to do more with it. But I'm glad both options exist. There's a world where we went with Avalon Hill, and I have just been painting Heroscape for people nonstop. I bought 4 sets for the Kickstarter, and I was like, I'll paint these and sell them, but at that time I was still kind of new to the whole, not painting, but to the whole commission side. So I was like, I'll sell it for not enough money, and I'm glad. So I'm glad personally that failed. So I'm not trapped just painting all of the figures for not any.
I was so disappointed when I first saw that. I'm like, oh, Heroscape's back, Avalon Hill, and they're like, oh, it's unpainted. I'm like, mother friggity fraggity. I was so frustrated. I'm like, I'm not backing this nonsense. Heroscape to me, you have to have pre-painted. There's otherwise, I don't see myself ever buying unpainted. I don't know, but I wanted to say, James, the chance to bring one new IP into Heroscape officially. Oh, back to the IPs. Okay, I mean, if I had to pick an IP, I have to go with Halo. Honestly, the video game Halo for sure. That's about the only one that I honestly would go with.
Repurpose the Flashpoint models for Heroscape. If I was the producer of Heroscape, I would look to games that aren't selling well and just use those models and integrate them into Scape. I think there's a lot of, because a lot of it is just the tooling of the model. That costs so much, And since Heroscape can kind of fix a lot of, like, incorporate a lot of themes, as long as they're, like, sized appropriately, I think there's a lot of room there.
Yeah.
But some people wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, it's funny, like, yeah, I could see that being a boost too for other players. It's like, I'm torn. Like, I would, like, Halo's the only one that I really would like, and I probably would buy some. But yeah, other than that, I don't want more IPs, honestly. I like how Heroscape is its own thing. So, you know, I see both sides of the coin there. I could see how some people would really love that, but also some people are like, yeah, no more IPs. But anyway.
I mean, Star Wars, but there's so many Star Wars miniature games out right now.
Yeah, there's so much Star Wars stuff. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff out there.
Star Wars would work really well with the system, I think, but like it's not gonna happen. I'm not holding my breath for it.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it. I would like to. I got some Legion models I'm painting up for May 4th on the channel, so we'll be doing a little Star Wars stream, and
nice.
But yeah, I get why they won't exist. I'm not holding my breath. Someone said a Batman battle box. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with like little battle boxes. I think I don't want like full on releases, but I'm kind of the opinion that if it keeps the lights on for Heroscape, I can kind of let it slide. And also, they did such a good job with G.I. Joe. Like, it kind of gave me confidence for future IPs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like, if it does keep the lights on and they keep making more OG Heroscape type stuff, then I would be for it, honestly. As long as they're, like, balanced and, like, good designs, you know, then sure. But I just don't want it to overtake and just overshadow the regular Heroscape brand. It's like, no, like, I definitely want more of the, you know, the OG or, you know, stuff. Which reminds me, I'd love. What are some units you'd love to see? Like, I want them to do more like more Morrow stuff too, like a unique Morrow squad or in a common Morrow squad would be awesome. I'd love to see a remake of the Morrow Warriors in Nigaxa eventually pop up here, maybe in a year or so. That'd be cool.
I have a long list of things I want to see. So these lists get so long, I have to make videos about them. I mean, I have dozens of historicals I want to see because I know too much.
Well,
about
I saw
history.
your video you made actually like a month ago. That was a pretty good
video. Yeah. That was a big one. That took. So I was like, I wanted it to be a really fast list video, and then I kept on being like, I just need a little bit more historicals. So it vastly grew beyond what I originally intended it to be. But I agree with you on Morrow. I think we're about due for a good. I think we need the niche. There's two niches I think that Morrow haven't hit on yet that I think would really be helpful for them. Is we need a really tanky Morrow unit, like a 4-move, 4 defense, kind of like a Morrow Knight type of deal. Imagine if they had like a flesh shield and a like Nigaxa sword type of deal. And, like, flying Morrow squad. Like, I would love to see that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We don't have any flying Morrow. Well, but Subakta, but that's, I mean, he's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a Morrow flying squad would be cool. I thought of, like, just making a Morrow hunters. Call them just hunters, and then make, like, a three-man, like, more elite squad, like, with 4 defense or something like that. Like, man, they could be flyers. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Something to help, like, I want something that works with overlords and war witches to give them a little bit of utility, or just any medium Morrow hero. Just say, hey, this guy could work with those guys. Like, even if it's like a unique squad, I want to break out Kimoshi because she's so cool, but she just needs a little bit of something. She's just so hard to use.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do I want? Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just thinking here. I think I like that we're revisiting the Kyrie. It's an important part of the game, so it's nice to see them touching on that. We need the Hunter, Taman the Hunter. They keep on mentioning the lore because I just want him to show up. We actually could use some more Hunter kind of integration. The Hunter class is kind of just exists but doesn't do much.
Remind me, Taman the Hunter? Wait, what was that again? I should.
He's just this guy that has shown up in like 4 lore bios, but he's not like a unit, or it's just everyone's like, oh yeah, there's Taman the Hunter, and I'm like, who is this guy? It seems like he's an Ular Hunter unit, which would be cool.
It'd be cool if we actually got Orm. Like, or we could call it Orm's departure, you know? I don't know, like, Orm, we should ever get... All we know is that his name is Orm, and the guy, he returned. That's all we know.
Yes, it's the best wiki article of all.
Yeah.
Because Orm is actually Nordic for, like, worm or dragon, so it could be a reference to...
Oh, really? Okay.
To the dragons in that set. Or
Okay. Oh,
it's a
that's
unit,
interesting.
but no one knows. I would like to see
No,
Orm as a unit, if not for the
I'd love to
memes,
see
if
some of
nothing
like
else.
and some of the actual, the titles of the actual waves for the OG stuff, like Maladin, like Maladin's Prophecy, or that'd be kind of cool. Like
Yeah,
Xanaphor. Who's Xanaphor?
Xanaphor, yeah, it would be really cool. There's a lot of named
Yeah.
units I think could show up here.
Yeah, and I really love, of course, props to Renegade again. I know I said this in my review, but like I like how they took that one random Gelry guy and made him like an actual soldier or whatever. That's cool. I like that. Props to them for picking a rando guy out of the cartoon, and they're making Meridians too. That's awesome.
Yeah,
They were in the
yeah.
cartoon too. I'm excited for them for sure. I like the Meridians actually. The ninjas and the motorcycles and the Meridians are the ones that I'm excited for the new stuff coming out. But as far as going back, because there's some stuff that I want to see. I really want to see Vidar Kyrie. Can we get some awesome techie Vidar Kyrie, like flying microcore agents? Give us flying microcore, and they have to cost 110 because all the Kyrie costed 110 except for weirdly enough, except for the Imperium, but they should have costed 110. I know, it's kind of funny. Like all the Kyrie cost 110 except for the Imperium, so that'd be kind of cool. Just give them like, move 4, range of 5 or maybe 6, and give them like, attack 3, defense 3, make them 110 or something like that with like stealth armor or something, and there you go.
Yeah, I think it would be cool for Vidar Kyrie to almost be like Cyborgs, kind of like he made his own Kyrie army. And make Queen Carrion really good, because she's just such a bad unit.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I forgot about Kieran. I like her a lot, but yeah, I've only used her like once because she's just not that good.
She needs like 6 move.
No, that, and also give her like a 4 range because she has a spear in her hand. Give her like a move 6 range of 4 to chuck the spear at somebody. Then she would have been pretty playable at like 100-ish. Like, but for that amount, for doing like, if you were like a 12 or higher and you only get 1 defense, hey, sign me up. Like Q9, heads up, I'm coming for you.
This is my pitch for Aquila Kyrie. I want their Kyries to start working with their like respective like strong heroes. I think it would be cool if like we had the psionics of Aquila or whatever, where pretty much they don't need line of sight to attack, just range. That way they can kind of work within like Deflectatron or Glennerva's aura and just like fire through that. I think would be really cool.
Like Talbakra's mind ability. That's cool. Yeah.
Kind of a shorter range, like 3 spaces, but you can get people behind walls or. You just,
I'd say 4. Give them like a 4 space. That'd be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. It would change some things up.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I love Talbakra. He's actually one of my favorite Mario units. I know a lot of people don't. I feel like he's kind of underused, but I'm like, dude, like he's actually pretty good if you use him correctly. Like, you don't want him to be the thing is, he's more of an assassin type unit. You just don't want to throw him out there and then, oh hey, I took 3 wounds and I summoned a squad. Well, okay, but you took 3 wounds, so you kind of want to teleport and just like smack people for 4 or 5 dice. Like that's where he shines, because he can also disengage for free. It's like he doesn't take LEA, so poof, 10 spaces away. He can smack somebody out of the blue, which I like him. Him and Nigox are my 2 favorite Mario heroes, actually.
I love Tabokra. I really I played him one time with the Deflectatron, kind of like that same style I was talking about, where I just like teleported them, dropped Deflectatron, and then I just mind blasted people, and they had to like get next to me. So it was a fun little gimmick there.
Yeah, that's a fun gimmick. Yeah, I love finding gimmicks, like you said. I love finding the gimmicks sometimes in Heroscape. Like, to me, like, how I have my fun, I like playing units that I like, that are visually cool, and, like, units that I like, human, I love, historical stuff, obviously, Maro aliens are cool, agents are cool, so stuff that I visually like, I like playing those units, and also, that's how I have my fun, like I said, is making my own armies and bringing it to the table. That's how I have fun. But, yeah, also, finding the gimmicks, too, sometimes can be also fun as well, I love the little gimmicks you can find in tricks you can play on people. It's like, oh, this figure does that. Oh, shoot, I didn't realize that.
The gimmicks are, they trap me. They hold me back, but I will never give them back. I like having these weird synergies that don't work in practice, but in theory they're so cool. And I consider I win a game if I can have my opponent say, oh, wow, I didn't know that would work that way.
Yeah.
Here,
exactly.
Get blasted 4 times by 10th reg, but that was a fun little idea.
Yeah. Yeah. James was saying, how do you think Soulborn Kyrie would be received by the community? Well, the Discord I know would be up in arms.
They would hate it.
I think people would eventually adapt to it. Like, yeah, just because 10 people on Discord hate it doesn't mean like people at large would hate it. I think like I would definitely like it, but yeah, as far as the Discord goes, I'm sure that'll be a fun sight to see. Lava Crab Gate all over again.
I like lava crabs. They're so goofy.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Like Yeah,
they just need a little hero. They just need a hero to give them 2 extra movement, and then they're decent.
Yeah. Like, they're fun, and by the way, for the record, I love units that drop terrain on the maps. Like, I really do. One day, like, I'm gonna run Storm Shadow and Wash It and just a shit ton of lava crabs. You know, that's just gonna be a fun team.
I like Storm Shadow a lot. Storm Shadow just makes Mika Connor kind of useless now, more so than normal.
Yeah, unfortunately, he outclasses her. But yeah, I love the sculpt. I love dropping shadow bombs in the map. So much fun. Yeah, I love him, and he's actually pretty reasonably priced too for 80 points. Like, yeah, I love any unit that drops terrain. Is just fun. Like, heck yeah, sign me up. I want more units that do that. Like, change the battlefield, just so I can piss off the competitive players even more. You know?
Yeah. I just like doing different things. It's terrain is such an important part of Heroscape. It's wild to me that there's not more units that utilize it.
Yeah, definitely. I love, like, as far as here's a good question. Like, as far as like what's like a favorite design aspect of like cards that, you know, like, oh, this is the kind of design I've seen it before and I like it. Like, for me, I love cards that have the 3 markers. Any card that gets like 3 type of markers on them, like that you can do like once per turn or once per game, like Mora's Bane or the Vice Rot, like juicing people up. You know, those are the kind of power. That's my favorite type of power to see in Heroscape, or terrain creating power. Those are also some of my favorites.
Development for me, like, I love that new Heroscape is really focused on good army development. Like the Tanukis, I really love the Tanukis just because you can play them, and I'm bad at development. I'm really bad because I'm like I said, wasn't used to playing with commons growing up, so it's like it's still a skill I haven't toned. So I like a unit that just lets me move my army into place, so I can kind of don't have to worry about that aspect of the game.
Yeah. Like Death Chasers or the Gilray, they're really good at that. But
yeah,
or Dr. Mindbender, stuff like that moves all of them. Yeah,
I'm excited to run Mindbender with SI. Like, you just get to move your little guy around, and you can move a whole pod of shadow effectively, pretty nicely.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gonna be so much fun. He's so good into, like, he's just good. Like, he's more of, it's funny, like, they designed him as like to be an assassin unit, but he's really more of a cheerleader unit than an assassin unit. Like, not like, he can still be a pretty decent assassin unit. Don't get me wrong, but like, he really shines as more of like a mid to late game cheerleader, and then he comes in for cleanup at the end potentially.
Yeah.
Good luck getting through 6 defense at the end, or 7. Dear God, 7 defense on height. Like, that's gonna be fun. And it's funny too, because he can actually shoot you at range. If you're on a shadow space, he can actually get his deadly strike and shoot you, which some people don't realize the way it's worded technically. It's kind of situational, but it's still fun to keep in mind, you know.
What kind of Kyrie should Aquila have? I would love them to be like Priestess. There's a lot of talk about the Moon Tribe Priestess, so kind of a female squad of Aquila Priestess, kind of like, and that would like justify their kind of psionic attack. I think it would just be a cool. We need Aquila Kyrie.
Yeah, definitely Aquila, and then Vidar Kyrie for sure, and Revna Kyrie. Well, no, we just got. I mean, technically we got them, right? They're going to be the Revenants, I guess, or Revna. Technically, we got those, which I actually didn't get any of because I was kind of afraid about the scale. And again, I don't know. Did you see the pictures yet of the Revna? They were kind of they looked a little out of whack. I got to be honest. The Einar Imperium looked a little big.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed because they look cool, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta wait to see the pictures first. And sure enough, those ones look a little bit out of whack to me.
I glanced at them. They seem to be just to be a tad bit big. I think the scale of Heroscape has gradually increased.
Well, it's funny because the G.I. Joe stuff, I thought the scale was great. Like, the humans stuff looks awesome. But yeah, I agree. Like, and even with the orcs too, except for that one orc who's kind of big for whatever the heck reason. Like, even the orcs look a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like the scale's getting better, to Renegade's credit. But yeah, some of the earlier stuff is like, oof, man, really out of whack.
Yeah, the Tanukis are way too big. The Acolytes, it's just like,
they're
just big. I can't store. I'm having trouble storing all my Heroscape. Like, it is. I am actually having to like redo my. How do you store your Heroscape? What's your process?
Oh yeah, for me, I mean, I just got like a bunch of bins I keep them in. I try to order them by Valkyrie General. Although I keep the new stuff separate from the old stuff. I don't know why. I'm kind of running out of space too because my wife and I have a smaller house, and my wife's kind of like, "Hey, honey, you already have a lot of bins already." She kind of wants me to limit it, so I'm kind of like limited to not buying more bins. I kind of gotta buy a couple more if I'm being honest with the new stuff coming out, but
Yeah.
kind of gotta make it work with what I have now. So it's funny, like uh when I play weekly Wednesday nights, I've been bringing I just bring I have two massive bins with like 3 levels each. I just cart those things around in my car. It takes me like 3 trips to bring everything in, but that's how I do it. I just bring all the bins in because I like being able. Thankfully, like when we play for the most part, we can actually make a different team each game. We play like what 2, 3, maybe even 4 rounds on occasion. So we go, okay, yeah, let's make a different team. And it's like, I like having a variety. So I just bring my entire collection with me. So if I feel like playing Mario or want to switch to elves or whatever, it's kind of nice. But lately we've just been doing contemporary. But long story short, I just keep my stuff in bins because I don't know about you. I'm pretty picky too, like with my figures. Maybe I'm a little too picky actually, but I like having them stand up and not like be jostled around. That just bugs the crap out of me if I see them like all jostled around and kind of bent. Like I'm really picky about keeping my figures like pristine and like as straight as as nice as possible. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, well, imagine if you spend 6 hours painting one of those guys too.
Yeah, yeah. You know what it's like. You're the guy
It
painting
was
them.
it was tough. I recently moved them all to like these type of storage boxes right here. I've been kind of like transferring them and organizing them and
Yeah,
labeling them
yeah,
with
yeah,
help
yeah.
from Heroscape Helper, which shout out to that website is a godsend. But it was tough because I had them all like on display behind me and these shelves behind me, but I was just running out of room. And then I saw like the Secrets of the Citadel drop, and I was like, I
Uh
I
oh.
I gotta prep for the next stuff coming up, and like I can't keep everything out. And I've been starting to go to more tournaments and like bring my stuff outside of my home, so I'm kind of like I need a little bit of that flexibility, and so I was like, all right, into storage, but it's made me a little bit scared. So I invested all these tackle boxes and just like, all right, you're all individually stored. Hopefully
Yeah,
your
yeah,
varnish holds up.
yeah,
Magnets, my
yeah.
beloved. Yeah, magnets are good.
Yeah, tackle boxes I know are pretty common. It's just like even with the tackle boxes though, like it would just bug me seeing my figures like kind of turned to the side, just like kind of jammed in there. So it just makes me nervous with tackle boxes. But it's more efficient for sure to carry a small army. But yeah, I'm just
How's
I'm
your
too.
collection look? Like, are you like like percentage wise? How complete are you out of all
Oh,
units?
that's interesting. So yeah, as far as the old stuff, I got like probably 90 something percent of the OG stuff. My limit is like 3 combat squads max. So that's kind of my goal. And there's a few common squads I don't have 3 of. Like I think I only have like 2 of Sentinels and like 1 of the minions or whatever. But um, yeah, like most stuff I get 3x of each commons, and there's a couple D&D waves that I'm missing. A couple, or no, a couple packs I think. But overall, I have most of the OG stuff. And for the new stuff, like all the unique stuff, for the most part, I think I have. Other than I didn't order Thorman or the Kraken yet, but I think I have most of the unique stuff. But yeah, the common stuff, I've passed on a lot of common stuff. Like at this point, like I'm not really going to be a completionist with the new stuff because frankly, just a lot of them I just don't really like in general. I don't really gravitate to. So, my wallet thanks me. But are you a completionist? Do you have to have everything, or are you okay with just having a little bit of here, a little bit there?
I'm a completionist more from a content creator aspect, just because I try to provide
Uh,
like that, like have that stuff on hand if people ask, oh, what color does this guy look like? So that was really
yeah,
the reason that kind of compelled me to finish my collection. I don't feel the need to get the repaint exclusive promos. Like I'm not paying $300 for Skahan. Like that's not gonna happen. As much as like I would like to have it just to brag, it's more of a bragging piece of
yeah,
mine, but I know how to paint, and I can probably paint a better Skaten than the
yeah.
actual official one. So it's like, I will save
Yeah.
$300. But all the new
Well,
stuff, yeah, I'm a little bit of a completionist with the new stuff.
yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of bragging, well, now that you mention it, I do have Anus Khan and Master Wu and Sir Hawthorne and all of
Oh
them. But
wow,
it's funny, I got Scum when she was $133 actually on eBay a few years ago. Actually, I managed to find her for on the cheaper side, thankfully. But yeah, Wu was definitely. I think Wu costed more than her actually before that. But Yeah, I had to have Wu because I love the monks. It's like, yeah, and I like agents too. So Scon was kind of a must-have. But it's funny because like I generally speaking, I'm really not a fan of proxies. Like, yeah, I get it. Like for the game now, if they're good and they're actual proxies and they're painted well, like yeah, sure, I totally get it. But it's funny because Scon is the only proxy that I actually use because I'm kind of afraid like it's so expensive. Like, that's the one proxy that I do. I got like a cheap proxy for it that looks pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, I have Agent Wu. I found him for like $70 on eBay one time. I was like, all right.
Oh man, that's a lucky price. There you go.
And that was like a year or two ago. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna snag him up.
Oh, yeah, a year ago. Oh man, nice find.
It was kind of like he dropped. I bought him like it's on eBay. I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah, for that price, heck, even like $100. But yeah, grab him.
Yeah.
Like he's crazy expensive nowadays. Him and Scon are like ridiculous.
Unique life for me. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Honestly, I think one of my favorite formats is just uniques only. I think there's just a lot. That order marker management becomes a lot more impactful, I'd say. Sean, welcome to the chat as well. We're just painting Storm Shadow and getting done.
I'm kind of it's funny. Yeah, unique only formats. Those are fun too. Like I like all kinds of formats. Well, I do prefer the 500 kill 'em all. That is my preferred format, I'll be honest. But yeah, there's a few formats I like. Like I like the unique only format, and sometimes I like the format of just one common squad too. You know, just using one of the commons because it makes it more challenging. You know, make the commons kind of like uniques, and you know, some of those types of formats are fun. But it's funny. I was thinking about Gen Con. I'm really hoping that they make it like 460 contemporary. Although everyone's talking, they have a feeling it's going to be like 425 again, or like maybe even less or something like that. I'm kind of worried, but like that would be a good format for the uniques to shine. Like the less points you have, like the better uniques are going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last year at Gen Con, it was pretty much you had the Maladrix core, you had the Eisenach core, and then Bears. You had to nuke. No, Bears fell off because kind of Maladrix and Eisenach kind of scared them away. There was a couple people running them, but they didn't perform too well. But then it was Tanukes. Okay. It was the people running like Tanukes and something with the Tanukes. But that was pretty much the three armies. It's going to be a lot more interesting this year, I'd say. Yeah. With all the common, there's a lot of cores to build. You're going to see a lot of Cobra Troopers, I think.
Oh, for sure, yeah, dude. Like honestly, I think we'll see even more variety than Cobras. Like I'm sure there's gonna be like, heck, I even did a video on what you're probably gonna see at Gen Con. I did that like a week or two ago. But yeah, for sure, you'll see Vipers definitely. You'll see Cobra, lots of Cobra. You're still gonna see lots of Bears and Bugs for sure. Like you're gonna see a crap ton of Reavers too, which I like Reavers.
Oh yeah, Reavers are
gonna be very strong.
Reavers are really good. I like how they're designed. I don't like fighting against them just because they're really annoying to play into if you're not prepared.
Yeah,
it's like not a bad funny. Way.
It's like Knights of Weston meets like Gladiatrons, kind of, sort of. You know, like that's kind of what it feels like. But yeah, lots more variety. I'm very excited. I think you'll see some unique builds too. Like Elon Fufo is no joke. Like that monster with Gilly could actually do pretty decent. Like that guy, you do not want that guy getting next to all your figures. Like he's like Storm Shadow on steroids. Like you don't want that. I think you'll see some Raylan builds for sure with squad spam. You're gonna see the Gnarlfurs show up. Like, dude, the Gnarlfurs are great for 90 points. Like, they bond with so much stuff. Like,
I forgot Secrets is gonna be at Gen Con. Yeah, that'll add a whole lot of variety in tech.
So much stuff. Yeah, like that's gonna be interesting for sure. I do think the SIP that's going to dominate will be Cobra for sure. Cobra's going to be like a top 8 army probably. I'm sure Reavers will be a top 8. Maybe an Orc team or two top 8. I don't know. It's kind of tough.
I don't think Orcs are going to be good into it. I think it depends on the point cost. If it's a lower point cost, Orcs might be a bit better because right now 500 points is you get the perfect Cobra army. You get like 3 or 4 Cobras and you get Destro, you get Crimson, and you get Nikita, and you get the Kita, the Spring Runner. Like it's a pretty good 500 point core right there. I think the winner is going to be the person that's able to outwit the Cobra players. I think if someone like spices up, like I think Glenerva is going to be the surprising like play if people can master Glenerva because she offers so much like anti Cobra attack that if someone can play her well, I think they'll do really well.
Yeah, it's interesting because Glenerva, she seems a little pricey, and it's also only one turn you block. That's it. So 1 out of 3 is kind of like, yeah, that's helpful, but like to me, I don't think I would use Glenerva. If she did like 2 out of 3 turns, she blocks line of fire. Okay, that's pretty good. But like one, that's definitely more tricky to use her. I think the Wraith Riders are also could potentially be really good too. Like heck, I
Yeah.
did a couple solo playtests myself, and Wraith Riders, if they can grab Destro, you're kind of screwed. If they kill the twins and Destro right off the bat, because they're going to get the first strike in a lot of cases. If you can manage to chain grab them, that can give you a good advantage. But again, that can be kind of tough to do. It just depends on how experienced the player is and if you can protect Destro. But yeah, I do like the Wraith Rider Lich combo. That's still a pretty good combo, honestly. Another combo I thought for 460 is really good is the Maladrix and Honor Guard with the Lich and the Wraith Rider. That's a really good 460 combo right there. It's a good 1-2 punch. But yeah, it just depends on what Gen Con's going to be. Like, I really, really hope it's like 450, 460 and not just 425. That's going to kind of a bummer, but I don't know. We'll see.
They'll have to raise it up, I hope, for just because we didn't have like viable commons last year. This year, you actually, people were wanting to be running their commons. Nukatha or Nukatha, I don't know how to say it. They're saying, I really like how the uniques and are viable. SOTC is really, it's solid design work. Even I think the new bears are hideous. Yeah, they're unbearable. Eisen Expedition seem really fun. I wasn't like sold on Eisen, but the more I look at them, the more I like them.
Yeah, same here. I was like that was the 1 year where I'm like, wow, these guys kind of suck when I first read the card, but it's like actually like now, like I wouldn't say they suck. They definitely are. I think they're more finesse to use, but they definitely have their uses. They're not bad.
I kind of like the bears, but that's. I get the bears. I get what they're going for the bears, but I also get why people don't like them.
Yeah, I think it's just everyone uses them. Like I have to play against so many bear armies, I'm just burnt out on them. But yeah, like they're good. They're just good point and shoot type units. Like, and they're good for teaching new players too. If I do say so myself. Like I was able to teach my wife the bears so quick. She's like, oh, okay, that's easy. Like yeah, boom, done. Just move them up and just punch somebody in the face. That's it. Very simple.
Yeah, I give them to my dad or my father-in-law when I play with them. I'm just like, here, just run and pummel things and don't lift your defense, and you're good. Which I think it's good to have units like that. Like if every unit operated like the pirates, then when we play the game.
Yeah.
Like I give my 7-year-old son like bears and knights. I'm like just roll some dice,
Yeah,
he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, it's funny. He was saying a ranged squad that can sit on lava field height is good. Yeah, it is good, definitely. They're definitely good, and they can bond too with Gimbal. And Gimbal is going to be very good. I forgot about Gimbal. Gimbal can absolutely be a terror into the Cobras. If she sets up a fire line, watch out. I think Gimbal can be. I even thought of a build with Dernipia in Gimbal, although it's kind of I don't know if it's like meta per se. It's kind of more finessey, but like let's say you just get hit for 1 or 2 wounds with Gimbal, you just take the wounds and then Dernipia heals you right away because she can like be a void and you can potentially bond with the Eisen Expedition, So like it can be kind of easy to heal Gimbal, but then again it's like with 3 life that's kind of risky. But yeah, Eisen Expedition with Gimbal could be a potential threat, especially at a lower point value like 400, 425. That could definitely be a threat.
I was theory crafting a build involving Eisen and lava crabs, just like a squad, where you can just get that height, lava height, and just kind of set up and camp.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I hope there's less lava maps this year. I don't like playing on lava maps. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's like, I get why it's strategically valuable, but it's like, man, like sometimes when I want to take height, I just want to stay on height. Like I like the I get why it's there, and it can be fun. Don't get me wrong. It's like it's not like I want to ban all lava field, but at the same time, it's like I like the idea of rushing height and being the first one to try to take it. And then I get it. Now I'm rewarded because I actually made the first move to try to take the height, so I should be rewarded with the height. But, I get it. Like, there has to be some challenges to range sometimes, too. But...
Yeah, definitely more trees, less lava is where I...
Yeah, and I love the toxic, like you just said, I like the toxic terrain for sure. That's what I'm really excited about. I love the toxic water and the toxic terrain. Those are great additions, I think.
Let's see, James. Have I gotten to show all the G.I. Joe stuff to my dad? I showed him a couple. He said he popped in on my stream when I was painting Scarlet last week. He's like, I used to have the biggest crush on Scarlet. I was like, okay. And yeah, so I haven't I've been kind of wanting to show him my painted stuff, because I'm vain that way. Just to show him like how it looks. But we got one game in. I want to record a game with him. My dad owns his own business, so he's a pretty busy guy. But yeah, it's on the to-do list for sure. Dernipa plus gimbals, jank but fun, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to use the Wraith Riders with Medusa too. She can bond with the Eisenek, so that'll be a fun little squad right there.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
They can go up and just tie something up with chain grab, and then she walks up and just petrifies them. And if they want to break away from 3 figures, I mean, be my guest, but you'll probably take some wounds, while you're at it. So
I'm really looking forward to having Kilcarax, who I mentioned I didn't like before, but she is getting some much needed help of just yoinking someone from the start zone with Corvin to the back of the map is going to be really fun.
Oh yeah, wait, so she can actually yank someone to the back. Oh shoot, you're right.
She can use Corvin as a familiar.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun, but also that's going to piss people off. But that's going to be fun.
Yeah, the Cobra Trooper had their time in the sun, but they are not going to be lasting long.
I'm moving Destro to height. Haha, take that. Oh, hey. Oh, look, I rolled a 6-17. Yoink. Oh. Now enjoy while my Reavers just beat the crap out of you, or whatever. Just gangbang Destro. Yeah. There'll be some fun combinations, definitely.
What are your thoughts on toxic terrain?
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, I love toxic terrain and toxic water. I love it, yeah, for sure. And it's just fun. I like it better than lava terrain because, toxic water, you can just move through it. And I mean, hey, if you're stuck on that's kind of your fault there. But yeah, you can just move through it and just avoid toxic water. I know people are putting toxic water on height, which I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't really like toxic water on height personally. Like for my maps, I kind of try to avoid that. But I get it. -1 defense. I prefer toxic terrain on height, honestly, over toxic water. But I do enjoy the terrain for sure. I think it's a cool addition. I like it better than the mushrooms, honestly. Like the mushrooms are cool, but I definitely prefer the toxic terrain over the mushroom stuff that's coming out.
The toxic terrain the toxic terrain is so fun. It is like it really like lava always feels too punishing. Like it's always like kind of tense to play lava. Punishing. You have to kind of navigate it. You have to manage order markers. But like toxic terrain is like, do I take that -1 risk for this pause? Because rolling skulls is always better than rolling. Easier to do than shield.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like the way that going back to that game design, that cost feels worth what you have to do, but it still costs something. So I really loved it. I build maps with toxic in, and it's just there's some fun stuff you can do with it.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I like the cannons too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the cannons coming. I haven't bought the set event. I will eventually buy the cannon set. It's on my to-do list, but. Yeah, I want to see some cannons on some competitive maps too. I know some people are like, "No, we don't want competitive cannons." Yeah, but it's like, dude, come on, you can do 1 or 2 cannons; it'll be just fine. Whatever.
I wish the rules for the cannon were a bit more thought out, but I think the designers kind of knew that competitive just would, as a whole, wouldn't use cannon maps, so they're like, just do whatever you want, kind of mentality for the cannons.
On that.
Yeah, that's.
I want to see competitive cannons. I want to see more. Any new terrain, I want to see more of that on competitive stuff. Yeah, not every map. Don't get me wrong. I don't want like 10 cannons on a map. Maybe 1 or 2 at most. But it's still kind of fun. It just makes anything that gives more strategic elements to the game is like, I like this. Like it can punish range just as much as melee too. If someone has a Cobra pod and they're just sitting there, it's like, okay, I'll just run up and grab the cannon and just blow a hole in your line. If you want to keep sitting there, be my guest. So.
Yeah, that's 2 things people hate doing is having to make decisions and having things that can mess up their plans that they like. It's just I like the cannons. I'm definitely gonna be using them on my casual maps all the time. I think there's room for it on competitive maps. Not every competitive map, but I think it's a fun way just to kind of offset some of the grip range has over melee. And they're destructible objects. Like they can be destroyed. They can be removed, which is nice too.
Oh, they are. Wait, okay. I must have missed that then. What's their stat block? Do they have like 3 life or whatever? 0 defense?
Don't quote me. I might be wrong. I thought they were destructible objects, but they might just be objects. So I might be wrong on that.
I think there's objects, but that'd be cool. Actually, now that you mentioned, they should be destructible objects. That would make sense.
That would make them a little bit more used. I could be wrong. I'm most likely wrong. I usually am.
Yeah.
But I hope we at least use the ship features, because I like how like the angle and positioning of like the holes in the ship, at least from what I've seen, like really kind of matter. Like there's a lot of holes and angles and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like it. It looks super cool. Like even if it's not perfectly symmetrical, okay, as long as it's kind of sort of there. Like I mean, not all the trees are perfectly great, or not all the outcrops are perfectly great. So, yeah, like I agree. I definitely want to use the ships on some maps. It's like very strategic because you can just wait by a window and like, oh hey, I can see Savaris's foot. you know.
Yeah, I like true line of sight. I'm of the fan that stinger denial should be incorporated into more sculpts. Like the sculpt should play a part of the design, which I get why it's not. But like it seems like Xenothrax was designed with a bulky to be awkward for people to get next to. Like I feel like limiting that ruins a bit of her utility.
Yeah, wait. So you do like Stinger, like sculpt denial? You like that?
I like it. Yeah. Denial? If we're in a game where true line of sight matters and the physicality of the sculpt actually is like an important part of the game, then why would I like shy away from that aspect of the game?
Yeah, I guess I get that. I've always been more the opposite though, because like I mean, if you're playing against melee, that's the only way for them to get next to you. It's kind of like, that could create like a unwinnable situation. But yeah, like I don't know. I prefer units being able to get to each other. But yeah, it makes sense though. Like that'd be kind of cool to have Spartans with really long spears too. That'd be kind of cool. Like I'd love to see Spartan hoplites or whatever with. That'd be interesting. Yeah, there's got to be a way to do it without like completely screwing over your opponent though.
I think if it's intentional, like not like accident. I think it was. Someone went through and thought as this is an aspect of the game. So if you hate Stinger Denial, you also have to hate Sculpt's blocking line of sight to other units. Like those kind of both both of those aspects go hand in hand. And I get why people don't like it. And Sean's saying it's morally wrong.
Morally wrong.
Yeah, I get it. But I also think the physicality of the sculpt should matter. Otherwise we can just kind of use pieces of rock and say this represents our guy. Like the sculpt should matter.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You're just bringing out all the hot takes of me tonight. Owlman.
I mean, for the record, I agree with a lot of your takes. I'll be honest. I think we agree more than we disagree.
Yeah.
For the record, but
the comment section is just going to be enraged at me.
Should I open up a can of worms? You ready for this can of worms? You ready for this one?
Let's do it.
Here's my hot take. Well, it's not really so hot anymore, but I've gotten so much pushback on this on Discord, but it's just kind of funny. But I still am of the mind that Heroscape is 50% skill, 50% luck. Maybe 60-40, but I definitely won't go any further than 60-40, if that. I really still feel it's 50-50, honestly, for competitive and for casual. What's your take?
I agree. I think your ratios are off. I think it's where the luck is applied. I think the truly skilled people know how to maximize their luck. Like have you ever played against Chris Perkins?
No, but I've seen some games played and stuff. And don't get me wrong. I kind of see where you're going with this, and to a degree, I think I agree with you, but maybe not to the extent that you think. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Because I think the best players know. I agree with you. I think the best players know that the game is that, but they know how to lean into and make the luck less of a percentage, because they can run the odds and the calcs and they boil it down to statistics. So if you can kind of reach that average point, then the luck is factored more into skill at that point. If you can kind of wizard your way into it. But any game with dice rolling is just luck. I've had games where I've rolled 78% attack rolls, and I've had games where I've rolled 22% attack. Exactly. You can't. I play with my brother-in-law a lot, and he likes the game, but he's really bad at rolling dice, like worse than me. And he kind of gets bummed out by the game because he feels like sometimes like there's nothing he can do. And he's a really smart guy. He's really good at I play D&D with him, and if he wasn't such a good dude, he would be like the most power gamer of all time. But he's so good. He's like, oh wait, he holds himself back, but he has the capable of breaking games. But he can't roll dice, and he's like, I don't like a game where I can't feel like I can win Like, I make 5 attacks, and I roll 1 skull across those 5 attacks. Like, there's nothing you can do to fix that. And that's why
exactly.
All I have to say is, yes, I get what you're saying. What you're trying to say, at least.
Well, I guess it's funny because I was reading Sean's comment. He said, I agree that Heroscape is 50-50 in Delta points, but in Classic, knowing which units are powerful and which ones are useless means skill is more important than luck. Well, all right, so that's the thing. I guess to clarify, like, skill being more important, I mean, when I say 50-50, I mean they're both equally important. Like, I don't think you can say is Heroscape, well, it's far more of a skillful game than a luck game, I guess, if that kind of helps clarify. I really think it's pretty neck and neck because you can have the best army ever and you cannot roll to save your life. And I'm sorry, if you can't roll skulls, you're not going to win. And your opponent can, you're not going to win the game. I don't care if you have 5 common squad speed, it doesn't matter. You're just going to lose. Now, granted, yeah, the skill comes into play because, yeah, if you know what armies are good, for sure, that's definitely a big part of the skill aspect of Heroscape is picking your army. So I'm not saying that there's no skill at all involved. It definitely has a fair amount of skill. But it's still, that's why to me it's kind of neck and neck, maybe slightly more skill than luck, but not by much. Because, dude, there's been so many games I played over the years where I had no business of winning. I just didn't, and I still won. Like, and vice versa. It's like I've had games with my buddy where like I am winning. I have 12 figures left on the board. He's got like 3, and all of a sudden, 1 round later, I'm down to 2 figures because he managed to get like a 5 frenzies in a row or something crazy, you know. And I just lose, and like I had the game, like I had it, and I should have won, you know. That to me, that's why I love about Heroscape. I love the randomness to it, even for competitive stuff. I love it. It's like you never know. The game can swing so fast. Like, it really can. That's why I love the game. I don't know. Maybe that helps clarify it a bit. Maybe not. But
I definitely agree what you're saying. I think it's tough because the way skill manifests itself, it takes different forms. Because sometimes you can lose a game before you even start. You can be the most skilled player, but like if you just reverse the whip is a good example of that. If you're a skilled player, but you just get handed like the worst army possible. You're not able to maximize that luck. Usually, I mean, I've seen some skilled players do some crazy things. To clarify
too, well, that's the format too. I'm talking more so like the standard kill them all 500 points, which is technically what Heroscape was mostly based off of. But yeah, like in reversal, it could definitely be a little different. But yeah, I guess it's interesting because. Yeah, because unless you're using loaded dice, I mean, anytime you roll a dice, that's going to be luck. Like, chess is completely all skill. That's the one game where it's like, yeah, you make a move, the other person makes a move. If you've screwed up, that's on you. Like, you have no excuse. And that not to say you can't make mistakes in Heroscape. Like, for sure, I make mistakes all the time. Yeah, I make mistakes as well. You know, positioning errors. Heck, watch some of my videos. You'll see me make some errors. But then again, sometimes you make a mistake and you're fine, though, because your opponent misses it or he doesn't roll well and you're good. Like, you can make a couple mistakes and still win a game of Heroscape. It happens to me all the time. Then again, you make a big blunder and, like, if your opponent capitalizes on it, it's like, oh, man, okay, you're kind of screwed, you know? It can definitely cost you the game. So, I don't know. It's just, it's tough, like... What do you think, like, percentage-wise, you would say? Well, what is it, 70-30, 80-20, 50-50? What would you think?
I think it just manifests in different parts of the game. I think a skilled player is able to respond more... Like, they're able to respond to mistakes better. So, as like, you make a bad move against, like, a normal player, and then luck kind of equalizes it. But if you make a bad move against a skilled player, then they are able to overcome even potentially bad luck with that skill. So I think it kind of like is always kind of eating its own tail of luck into skill type of deal. So I think a 50-50 evaluation is standard. I just think it's different aspects of the game. Like, you could be rolling all skills the entire, like, you have the best rolls all game, but if you're not able to achieve height or develop properly, it doesn't, if you're not maximizing attacks and dice, then even the luck doesn't manifest. So I think I'd say 60-40. I think skill will overcome luck just not 6 times out of 10 times.
Okay, so but you would say, I guess, well, just for now, like 60-40, because I know a lot of people say, oh, it's 90-10 or it's 80-20. I'm like, there's no way it's that much skill versus luck. There's too much dice rolling involved for me to ever believe that. But I guess like 60-40 I could maybe come around to potentially. I don't know. I'm still at 50-50 right now, but
that 10% is the variable where I've seen people in losing states where I have I'm not rolling bad, and they're in a losing state, and they come back, and that it was purely skill. Like, and I've seen people also in winning states lose it because of just bad luck. So like I said, it probably equalizes right in the middle. 60-40 on reasonable. I think 10% more of the time, someone who's highly skilled at Heroscape will be able to overcome bad odds. Is kind of my final statement on it.
I don't know. It's really depends on the armies too, because like if you have a heavy D20 army like Cypre, like he can just completely go nuts and wipe out half your army. Then again, if you miss 3 rolls in a row, and he could just whiff and die. Like it's just the dice. To me, just the dice decide your fate most of the time in Heroscape. And anytime any dice is involved, it's hard for me to like go, oh yeah, there's so much skill. I don't know. It's still hard. Maybe I'll get there. I'm not quite there yet.
But
maybe I'll get there.
The skilled person wouldn't even have brought Cyprin into that situation. They're like, why would I bring Cyprin, who has that chance of failure, to something more consistent? Like, I think there's a lot of underestimated skill in army building that isn't like fully tapped into. But by a lot of people.
Well, to me, I would disagree. Cypre is a very good. He's one of the few units that actually D20 that you might want to bring. Actually, I know. Yeah. I mean, heck, I've had a lot of success with him. But sure. There's some units where it's like, okay, the odds of rolling a 17 or higher, okay, probably not the best unit to bring. That would, you can maybe qualify that as somewhat of a skill issue. But no, for Cypre, dude, I've eaten entire armies alive with this guy. Are you kidding? But then again, I've had plenty of games too where it's like, I cannot roll to save my life. Even with Sonya, it should be 50-50. I should be killing squad figures left and right. But even then, if I can't roll more than like a 5 or 6, well, guess what? I'm not going to win. So I don't know. Like, to a degree, I see what you're saying, but also, there's some D20 figures that are pretty strong. I don't know. It just depends. But then again, there's also like you said, like it's also, it can be matchup dependent too. Like you could also, on occasion, you can lose a game before it starts. Although to be fair, I don't think those are as common as, I don't know, as maybe people believe. I do think Heroscape in general, there's exceptions, but I think in general when it comes to Heroscape, you can come back from a lot of stuff in Heroscape. I've seen a lot of comebacks, like for real, like competitive or not, like, because again, Heroscape, to me at least, most of the units, with a few exceptions, I'd say like 90-ish% of the units are pretty well balanced. I've always thought, like for Classic and D&D wise, that I thought they're pretty well balanced for the points. Like, I don't know about you, I've had a lot of close games. I've had way more close games than not close games over the years with Heroscape. I don't know, and there's been some crazy comebacks too. I don't know. Am I off, or what do you think?
I'm in the midst of a long losing streak, so I'm a little bit disheartened. And so I'm trying not to blame my luck on it all. So I've lost like my last 6-7 games in a row. So I'm like, I've just been losing. And I have to start saying it's not just my dice, it's my skill.
So I'm the guy. No, see, I'm the guy that'll say no. It is a lot of luck. I'd probably comfort you by saying no. It's not necessarily all skill. I mean, look, I have to watch your games, obviously, but to me, I have a hard time believing that all 7 games are all skill based. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to buy that. I think it really is. Some of those games are luck, dude. Like,
I do have abysmal luck. Like, I look at my like averages because I play online a lot, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're rolling 30% average, and your opponent's rolling 70%. Like those games, like I think here's the thing: you know when you lose a game by skill, and you know when you lose a game by luck. Like,
that's
it's
true.
Very
I
obvious.
Think in general.
Like usually it's one or the other that kind of comes to the top when you lose a game. Sometimes it is just bad dice, and like you probably have small decision points you made or didn't utilize things, but you know what a game is just you just whiff every attack or defense roll. You're like, there's nothing I could have done there. And you also know when you're like, my opponent just outplayed me. They just were better than me in this situation here. Like, you kind of know. You know where it rises.
There's definitely a few games I played, that I posted. I'm like, I made at least 1 or 2 big blunders, and it definitely cost me. Because like Brett, Eric, Ray, they're all very solid players. They're very solid. Like, if you make a mistake, you're probably going to wind up paying for it if you're playing with them. So, but then again, there's also been some games where like I thought I played very well for the most part. It's just my dice were not as good as the other opponent's dice, and I don't know. Maybe some people don't like people to say that, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but I've experienced it myself. It's not like I think that does happen, maybe more often than you get credit for. But anyway, like as far as your losing streak goes, like I don't know, man. I have to watch your games obviously, but I would say at least 2 or 3 of those are probably luck based. Like because if you can't roll higher than 30%, dear Lord in heaven, like no wonder. I've had pretty bad luck, but I play like a lot of like
like online's nice because you get a wider variety of people. So it is a very high skill floor for some of the matches I've been playing into, which I don't mind losing. Like I don't mind. Like I like losing if I can feel like I played well. Like it is the question of like, do you want to lose because you weren't in control of the situation, or do you want to lose because you could have made better decision points? Like it's a tough decision to make. I don't know which one's harder to lose by.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that. For me, that's tough. Like, I guess the thing that I do hate the most, like, again, if I pick an army and I really enjoy it, if I usually like to go with theme armies, for example, and like, so if I pick like a sacred band army and I still lose because I'm outplayed, that doesn't bother me as much, I guess. It's like if I'm attacking and I just whiff like 4 rolls in a row, that bothers me. Like if I just whiff so many times and I can't even get one skull, that really annoys me, I think, more than being necessarily like outplayed or out-strategized, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, whiffs are tougher. I don't know. It is a lot more humiliating when someone just trounces you because they're just better at the game. That's tough when they have like half their army there and you're just demolished and you're like, oh, I don't know. It's like, would you rather be in control of your fate or not control of it? I don't know. We're getting philosophical here.
Yeah, it just depends because sometimes, like, I mean, certain armies I bring, I know like this army is not that great. Like if my opponent's playing to win, there's a good chance I'm going to lose, but I still have fun anyway. But then again, like sometimes you bring an army, it's like your opponent, like it's like bringing a knife to a nuclear weapons fight. It's kind of like you're in an uphill battle. So I don't know, it just depends, I guess. Hard.
I like losing. I like losing a lot. Is I don't have a problem with it, just because I feel like I learn something every time I lose. That's the good thing about Heroscape is that people were very, like, not in a rude way, but you ask, hey, what could I have done better? They're very willing to share that information and help you get better at the game. There's not a lot of gatekeepers. They're like, oh, I won't tell you how you get lost so you can keep on losing. Like, people, like, it's kind of the consistency. Most people want to win, but people are also fine losing if they feel like they've been outmatched. Type of, it's not a lot of poor sportsmanship, just because it is such a luck-based game. And it is easy to justify all your losses.
Yeah, I think like that's just the point. Like, there's a fine line between justifying and just believe. You don't want to blame all your losses on just dice rolling, obviously, because there is a fair amount of skill. Like, heck, I'm saying 50-50, but I recognize there is a fair amount of skill in Heroscape for sure. But at the same time, I just don't think it's as much as the, oh, hey, you weren't skillful enough, so you lost most of your game. Well, no, I've been playing a while, so I won't necessarily that, at least I can't speak for everyone else, but for myself, no, there's definitely been games where I can't roll for jack diddly, and that's why I've lost, like, for sure. And it's not just one game per 7 months. It's I think it happens maybe a little more often, for me at least, than, I don't know, maybe other people. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of games too where it's like you make a couple blunders. Okay, yeah, that was kind of on you. That those blunders led to you losing 2 full squads. Well, yeah, that was probably more of a skill issue on your part. You made a blunder, or something like that. Definitely an interesting discussion, to say the least.
It is an interesting topic. Because I think it's tough to blame a game on just, oh, that was bad dice, like consistently. If like you lose every game just because it's bad dice, then you got to start saying maybe I need to tighten some aspects of the skill.
Yeah. You can't say I lost 7 games in a row. It was just or 8, 9. Yeah, it's like okay, probably not.
Yeah, I think it's sample size. Someone mentioned sample size in the chat. Like you look at not one game, but I wish more Heroscape matches, like competitive matches, were like best 2 out of 3, just so you could kind of equate that dice. Because oftentimes in competitive match, it's like, oh, I had a bad dice, I'm kicked out of the tournament, or I'm not going to advance to the top cut. Where it'd be nice to like rematch an opponent. I know it doesn't work because of times with that. Like, oh, I know what your strategy is. I can adjust, but. It's just a silly little game with silly little guys at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. We're playing a game. We're playing with our plastic dollies. It's a game for 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
But it is fun. I love this game. Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah. James said, oh, I should definitely stop by more often. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Cypher never lets you down. I've had good luck with Cypher. I always get a little too greedy with him. If you have to be patient with Cypher, old Cypher boy.
Yeah. I will say I've had more luck than not with Cypern. I tend to have more success, I would say, with Cypern than with some other heroes. But exactly, yeah, you can't just throw them out there and take on an entire army. It's rare that pays off. In my opinion, to use Cypern well, like you really got to target maybe 2 figures at a time, and that's it. You don't want to take on 2 full squads by himself. Like he's good for to me, I like Cyprian end game, like mid to end game, because he is very tough to take down, especially if there's people spread out across the battlefield. Because if that's the case, you can't catch him. Like good luck trying to catch an 8-move stealth flying unit. It's not going to happen. So you want to try to pick up people one at a time and just be patient. Just chill touch, attack from height, bam, bam. Hopefully you get like a double kill, and then you're good to go.
Heroscape is definitely more skill based until I run Q11, then it's definitely luck based. Yeah, I feel that. I was running Q11 at Gen Con, and I was in a match against Megasober. If you're in Discord, you know who Tommy is. And I was winning. I was doing so good, and then I just whiffed a single attack from Q11, and the game just fell down so fast. I was like, oh yeah, you're in a corner. I'm about to smash you with my hammer. And he had like a Tanuki. I had like 1 wound, and he was like just 1 Tanuki left, and he threw like a Hail Mary, and it was like 3 skulls. And I was like, okay, I could take.
Oh, you whiffed! Oh no!
I whiffed the 3 skulls and killed him. And of course, it was the top of the round, so I had like 3 word markers on. I was like, ah!
Dang it!
So yeah,
that's rough. Oh, that hurts.
And I like Q11, but his
yeah.
I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter how many defense dice I roll. If I roll 2 or... I feel like I roll better defense with 2 dice than with 8 or 5.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. For me, I'm all over the place. Like some games I just can't roll for jack crap, and then other games I do like really well. I don't know. I feel like I'm on one end of the spectrum or the other. It's weird. But yeah. Lifts are just rough. Oh, I like Q11 too. Like he's fun. I can't wait to use Q11 with SI4X because he's large. He gets the bonus. He gets a 7 defense when he's next to him. We're talking like Q9 level defense there, people.
We need a timer that says time without SI mentioned is just like 1 minute has passed.
Yeah.
I played Q11 like 4 times, never gotten close to filling those points. Super cool unit, but apparently my copy is cursed. Yeah. He's tough, but I like Q11. He's my boy. Do you think the maps determine the outcome sometimes? That's a very interesting discussion. Sometimes I do think there is a little sliver of that where it's just a bad map for your army composition. At Gen Con last year, I ran into some really bad maps. I was running Maladrix, and there was just some area I lost some games because I couldn't move her into some spots because of her sculpt. I lost 2 or 3 games because she was just kind of stuck there at a lower elevation, couldn't get height. And lava maps, road maps play a lot into it too.
Yeah, I definitely think to a degree some maps do, but see here I'm kind of torn. That's the thing about. Well, then again, I mean I've started making more competitive maps lately too. For a while, I just used to kind of copy other people's maps most of the time, but I've kind of gotten into it myself. I think I made a few pretty decent ones. I wouldn't say I'm like the best map maker or something like that, nothing like that. But I will say I'm getting a little bit more experience at it. But then again, there's definitely some rules to follow for sure for map making, and you can have some bad maps. But at the same time, I don't want people to start getting so nitpicky. Because let's be honest, you're never gonna have a perfect battle. Just like in real life, you can't always control every aspect of the battlefield too. So yeah, maps can definitely affect the gameplay to a degree, but then again, if it's like a skilled player in a reasonably balanced map, I feel like at that point the skilled player has definitely a bit of an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I like when map pools are posted. At least that way you're aware of them. I've been to some events where you don't know where the maps are, and you there's nothing worse than bringing in Halusha, expecting some trees, and there's just no tree maps in play. Stuff like that. It's nice to, if you're kind of built around some aspects of a map, it's nice to have that. Yeah. It's the biggest trap of Heroscape, I'd say, is when you're first starting off, is I want to play with every piece I have, and it makes for some of the most unfun games of Heroscape you can have if you play that, but with the standard rules where you're just all right, we're gonna spend 2 hours moving our units halfway across the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, I think I wanted to go back to there's a post actually I saw Founsing made, which was really cool. I think where did I put that? Because I kind of copied it. I think I put it into one of my did I put it into my dang it, I can't find it right now. But he was basically saying like, yeah, you want to have some like good rules and stuff to map making, but at the same time, don't get so bogged down that you're so overly critiquing and picky of every single map. And no offense, but sometimes I feel like folks in the Discord can get a little too overly picky, with some things. That maybe it's just me, but there's definitely a fine line between making a balanced map and it's like, one or two things might be slightly off, but it could still be a pretty good map, And it's kind of funny. You say you like knowing the maps and the map pool, but I'm a little different. I would like to see Gen Con have a few mystery maps so you don't know until you get there. Like, I don't think they should all be mystery maps, I think if they have a pool of, let's say they have like 8 maps, I think it'd be cool to have 3 of them be mysteries and like 5 of them are known, So you can plan a little bit, but then again, you can't plan for all of it because that's kind of like how real life battles are too. Like you can't always plan for everything. So to me, like I like that random factor. Even though if this is supposedly competitive scape, I still love the random aspects you could potentially do for, Heroscape. If that makes sense.
Yeah. There's the divide between my home game where I just put the pieces down and you make it somewhat balanced and it's fun. That's. I don't know. I think I'm starting to become a little too competitive filled. I'm self-aware enough to admit that I think competitive maps can. I think they could use a little bit of interjection of creativity into some of them. A lot of them feel very samey.
Definitely.
And I think my biggest problem I have with a lot of competitive maps is how they put glyphs just like in such disadvantageous positions. Is half the time it's not even like worth getting glyphs. And like they put them off on the far side at low height where you're just going to get that and you're just going to get shot down. I think glyphs should be more centralized in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I kind of like all the above. I'd like to see 3 glyphs on maps, 1 in the center, 1 on each side. I think that would be more interesting because it's always 2 every single friggin' time. It's like, okay, that's okay, but can we try something different, people? And can I just take a second? I just want to read these comments because this is I don't like hearing these comments because Ken just said, I've wanted to make maps and post them, but the gatekeepers in the community have 100% dissuaded me from trying. Oh man, bro, that is the one thing I don't want to hear. That really sucks. See, this is why I push back on some of these people in the tournament thread because this shouldn't be happening. No, dude, by all means, please, definitely do a little research beforehand, but please keep trying to make maps and post them. Post away as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to see 100 maps per day in the tournament map thread on Discord. I really would. That doesn't mean I'm going to play on all of them, but more maps the better. Every once in a while I see one, I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. I want to test it out and build it. I've done that plenty of times from Discord myself. So if anything, man, don't forget the people that are always critiquing. Just try to, watch some videos, read some articles, and just try to make some maps yourself, man. Just try to go for it, your first couple maps may not be that great, but hey, it's dude, map making does not take 20 years to master. I'm sorry, it doesn't. You get better with it over time, sure, but it doesn't take you 10 years to become a grand master of Heroscape map making, for God's sake. So, yeah, just keep trying it too, and just keep making maps. Don't worry about what other folks say. Just make some cool maps. If people like it, great. If they don't like it, whatever. Just ignore the people that are kind of rude. Just keep going forward. And yeah, even James says, yeah, the competitive channel of the Discord, even the custom channel have been a bit abrasive. Yeah, you can say that again. Tell me about it. I know from experience.
I'm so unqualified for map. I don't know. I think the problem is there's not a lot of good resources for how to build a map. Out there, you have to kind of scavenge and find it and find just people, you're reading the text of people who did it. There's not a lot of room for innovation in map making, I feel like. And I feel like we could use a bit of a serum boost of, let's see what kind of maps we can make that are still fun, but I want more maps with height and where you can have some of the abilities like stealth leap and grapple, stuff like that kind of come into play. I don't know. I like when Heroscape leans into the visual aspect of it.
Oh yeah, that absolutely is what gets me for maps. If a map just looks visually boring, I'm sorry, I'm not playing on it. I couldn't care less about the mechanics at that point. I really couldn't care less. So to me, heck, hey, if I do say so myself, I did make a video here, the 10 Commandments of Map Making, which, to be fair, I agree with a lot of competitive players, map rules. There's definitely folks that came before me that made some good, good maps and good, arguments for, hey, these are some rules to follow for sure. But at the same time, I do think people need to be a bit more open-minded and be more willing to take a risk, like you said, and kind of don't let your creative side just get squashed and just be, so stuck in some certain ways that they don't want to, be more creative, I guess is what I'm saying. That makes sense.
It kind of bums me out that every time we get a new terrain, it's like, oh, we're not building any competitive maps with this. I'm like, I would like to have shipwrecks and mushrooms and all that. Like, not every map, but put some on there.
Yeah, because exactly. Consider me part of the resistance movement. I'm trying to push to have that more stuff. Yeah, absolutely. If new stuff comes out, just try it. Let's build like a dozen maps and see how it goes. If it's really, really bad, okay, sure, then don't do it again. But yeah, for sure. I want to see way more stuff comes out, and I definitely will push back on that. I want to see cannons. I want to see mushrooms. I want to see like whatever, like snow, lava here and there for sure. I want to see all of it on maps. That's just me.
And I think we could even offer some modified competitive variations, just like how we say, you know what, snow is just aesthetic at this point. Because it's not fun to spend your whole game slogging through snow. I think like we could take even like the fun variant and tone them down. Like cannons don't need to do all that kind of stuff. You can make them competitive viable, but yeah, let's see. I really like the idea, Bill, where like the idea that you get to build your terrain. It's tough in a tournament format, but like I think I would love to see a revitalization of certain formats where it's like, oh yeah, let's have a little bit of customization to this map. You get to build the start zone. You have these amount of pieces, you can build it, or you get, like he said, link your two sides. Like you don't just build your map, you build your start zone, and you like bring it to each map you play on. It would be kind of fun.
That'd be interesting. And it's funny because I like split start zone maps too. You don't see that many nowadays, but I really do like split start zone maps. That really makes you think, oh man, I got to think here, because you don't want to misplace a figure and put it too far close to like the front line or something like that. So I definitely want to start seeing more of those maps personally.
That would be great. A lot of it's just in the back. It'd be kind of cool if you could have like a front line force and a back line force. Just diversify it up a bit. The game's been around for 20 years. We can, I think, change some things around.
If anything, I would have the message that I have for the folks, in the community and Discord is, hey, don't be so afraid of change. Really, just try stuff. Try it a little bit. Don't be so afraid to change stuff, especially when it comes to map making and stuff too. It's kind of interesting. Like for me, like my feels bad moments in Heroscape, they don't really come from the maps all that often. Like they really don't. They more so come from like figure interactions or not being able to roll like the right dice when I need to. It's ironic, not necessarily getting like pummeled from range due to the maps. That's just me.
I've been on a couple bad maps in my day. To call a sunrise is a tough map if you're not playing into it.
Really? Okay.
It's at least in the match
I played the map. Well, to be fair, it's been a while. I played on that map a couple times, like a long time ago, but I remember liking it a lot. But that's interesting. Okay.
Elaborate. I like that it's a unique map, but it's also pretty much my definition of a bad map is any map that favors range too heavily. Like you can. I was playing. I think it was just this specific experience I had because I was playing Nagrevs and Turkulna, and they were playing Aerogruts, and they just that little like 5-space hex that's like right by the start zone. They just kind of stood. I don't like maps that encourage you to stay in one spot and not move. Where it's just like, okay, I'm here. I'm not moving the rest of the game. You have to come to me.
Oh, is there height on this? Okay, because I don't even remember. It's been so long. There's height. If there's height by the back, then that's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's 6 spaces away or 5 spaces away from the front. So you just sit there, and there's no other height unless you go like off the beaten path. And there's bad maps. It's not to say there isn't bad maps, but not every map is bad.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think, like, to me, a bad map is I think there's maps that can favor melee too much. I'll be honest too. I've had a couple experiences like that. To be fair, more often I do think some maps favor range, at least in the past. But I do think it's absolutely possible to make a map that's too good for melee because road, like, if you make road go like, you need to be very careful with road because road gives you a major movement boost. With melee bonding, you can get swarmed very quickly on road. Like turn 2, I don't want to be swarmed by 4 knights in my start zone. Like, no, thank you. Like, you got to make a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, you know what I want? I think like more glyphs like would be interesting too. I would like, heck, the community always makes their own customs, but like I would say like Renegade should start making some more official cool glyphs, like a heavy fog glyph, like all ranges reduced to 4 or something like that. Like there you go. Now it forces range to go for the glyph. You know what I'm saying? Have that glyph show up on certain maps too.
I think there's a lot of room for improvement and growth and development. I'm hoping we get some more utility of it in the future here.
Yeah. I am overall very. I mean, hey, I'm sure you would probably agree. I am pretty happy with the direction Renegade's headed in at the moment, for sure. I think they've definitely improved, and I think I really do overall like the direction so far. These last.
No, yeah. I mean, I've had the pleasure of like talking and working with some of the staff and crew, so I'm definitely a fan of them just in my interactions with them.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that they're going so deep and so niche with their references, like they're not going for the easy grabs of like these new figures. Like these, even if you're not like you don't have to be a Heroscape lore fan to appreciate the stuff they're releasing, but if you like care about the game, if you remember seeing the commercial 20 years ago, like they're doing that for you, the fan. Like there's no like practical reason to make, you know, Fritz a playable characters. It's not like, oh, I'm buying Heroscape because of Fritz. It's for the fans. It's for the people that support the game, and there's a lot of love and care from the dev team to throw bones out to the people that really care about this game, which is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like that. Like, yeah, I love the little nods to the players. It's awesome. Like, I love that. Making stuff from the lore, because like I like the lore. I wouldn't say like I love it. Like I'm not so like obsessed with it, but I do like the lore a lot. And like I like how they kept like Asamo a 10-point Utgar figure. You know, that's kind of nice. That's like a little callback. Like I thought for sure he would go up to 20-25 points. Like that's what I was betting on, for example. But you know, like stuff like that, or you know, a guy from the random cartoons, like you said, blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that. Even Thorman becoming like a Valkyrie or whatever. That's interesting. I never thought in a million years we'd get Thorman as a figure. Like I really didn't. I would not have betted on Renegade making Thorman a figure, for example.
Yeah, I thought he was going to become a general at some point. So the fact that he's like a playable figure is cool for me. I'm a little bit obsessed with Thorman from a perspective. I have this video I've been working on for like ever since HasLab campaign was announced and they teased Thorman. I've been kind of scripting it out, and now that we have like the lore book coming, I'm like able to kind of like fill in the last missing details. But it's like a whole deep dive into Thorman, and he's a fascinating character to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely interesting. Yeah, I don't really dig him as much as the Heroscape figure, but I mean it's cool that they added him to the game, and it's cool that a lot of other folks like him. So yeah, he's definitely interesting. I'd love to see a Tyrion figure. I know like there was a custom created forever ago, but I mean I don't want to break up my Detectives of Ular just to get Tyrion. I'd love to see like a Tyrion, remake. Like I'd love to see some, more stuff from the lore, make an appearance.
Just Ken, we manifested it for you. You're welcome. Bill, have you both seen the TOV first review of the Tome of Annihilation? I didn't watch it because I wanted to not be spoiled by too much from it, so I kind of am holding off. I'm a big lore guy. Like I don't talk about it a whole much because I kind of focus a lot on the aesthetics, but I really like Heroscape lore. I get why people don't like it. It's not deep, but it means a lot to me. The lore inspired me to start writing and drawing and doing a lot of creative stuff in my life, so I kind of owe a lot to it. James's random hot take: event should include at least one fun map, nothing super competitive or playtested to death, just a memorable map to have a fun time on. I think so. Let's like I said, make Michael's tomb legal.
Make mine my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're looking. I mean, I'm letting some stuff dry here, but we made some pretty good progress on Storm Shadow. Got to pick out a lot of the details.
It's pretty sick.
Next, we got detail work, which I won't be able to do and talk too much. So I think we'll put them on the shelf for now. But I think we've had some good discussion. I mean, anything else you want to talk about before we kind of close up shop here?
No, I'm good, man. Unfortunately, I gotta get up early for work tomorrow. So fun. I've enjoyed the conversation.
Let's get you out of here.
I had a blast. I hope you have me back.
Yeah, definitely. You've curried favor. We may have you back again. So the people seem to like you, so we'll keep you on the Rolodex. Definitely, if you aren't subscribed to Owlman or the Owl's Nest, What is the?
Yeah, hey, it helps. It helps. The Owl's Nest Heroscape is my I guess the handle there. So
yeah, so that's in the description if you aren't subscribed. Boost his numbers. And we got some. It's event month for Escape for me on my end. I got store championship this Saturday. I'll be going to in Wichita, so expect maybe some coverage of that. I'm back and forth. I sometimes just like playing. As well as online events and May releases. So it is becoming a packed month on my end.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, same thing. Gen Con's coming up. I got some more videos coming out here soon. That's going to be fun. I'm really excited. Got some more content coming. So, yeah, man. Thanks for having me, and that'll be toodles for me. I will see you maybe in a few weeks or so. We'll see. I'll see you around.
Okay. Everyone else, have a good night, and thanks for listening and watching. You all take care.
Yep, it's been fun.